Am I going to go early? Yeah, let's go 2 minutes early. Let's do it. Hold on. Turn that down a little bit. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hold on.
I don't like it.
Nope.
Distance nerding.
Hello, sir.
Hello. What is
Hello,
happening
people.
in the world? Oh, look at that.
I know, right?
It's the young Phil in the house.
And it's the young. Yeah. No, wait a minute. The real treat here
Okay.
is this.
Not even going to finish my intro. I see how it is.
At all. That's the real treat.
What's happening? What's up?
Double
Gotta
A
get my
her.
equipment working properly. What
Yes.
up? What
Game.
up?
Look at that. You know we're gonna have a good time because Agent Double A is here. We have a
Yes.
whole thing going on now. I gotta get the music going here, but because it just sounds weird when it's just us talking with nothing in the background.
Right?
Like this, like nothing.
Nothingness.
Yes. And the last dude, ever since we did the the anniversary show here,
Mm-hmm.
and I set everything back up in the nerd room, I have this weird echo in my headphones, and I don't know what it is.
Ooh.
I don't know. As long as it sounds good on your end, I'll do
You
it.
you sound amazing. Yeah.
I try. Thank you, sir.
And
It
you
doesn't
look
sound-
amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you.
always. It doesn't sound like you're in a tin room like it was.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Now, since we're already jumping all over the place, ladies and gentlemen, you are now watching Distance Nerding.
He's young Phil.
He's
Has 5,000.
oh shit, he's Agent Double A.
I'm off my rocker, man. It's been
And
a while.
we're here to
Nerd
nerd together.
We are the
Hi.
worst, ladies and gentlemen. We are not professionals. We're just throwing that out there right now.
Yeah, no, I'll take blame on that one. that one's on me.
Get the ring rust off.
Oh,
That's
look,
what it
the
is.
old school. Look at this right here. We're off tomorrow, so we can watch. Diana's in the building. We got the whole family coming in. Watch.
What up, sissy? Yeah, I told the doctor to get on the stream. I was like, hey, I'm gonna try to get on the stream, but I'm trying to get my mom on. Like, come on.
Yes.
Come
Is
support.
We
Wait,
missed
wait.
your entire clan here, man.
Wait, hold on. Is the doctor gonna come on? Are we gonna talk wrestling? Is that a thing?
I told her, hey, I'm gonna get on the stream tonight, so get in the chats because they're probably gonna want to ask you about wrestling. So she does not have the nerd knowledge that we have, so she never feels like she can there's nothing that she can like input and add to the conversation. Hey, but there she is right there. She just chimed in.
You know, we've been
There's the
wondering
doctor.
for the longest time what Doctor's actual name is.
Oh,
Because
I
she's
know,
always been referred to as the Doctor, and now we
I
know
know.
it's Candace. So there we
it
go.
is Candace.
It feels weird. I kind of want that to change.
We're
you
just
know.
the doctor.
Jamez,
like-
do we just call her like Dr. Kreider from like now on?
I like the mystery of it all.
You know, when we first met, she pulled the actually it's doctor, and I was like, oh,
Oh,
Dr. Craig.
my
I
bad.
apologize. And that's how I have
Did
to
you
talk
refer
to her.
to her as Miss Kreider?
No, she I don't remember how that happened in conversation. So now when I address her every time, I have to address her as Dr. Kreider.
Right.
Even just like when we're in the car on the way to dinner. I'm like,
Yeah.
so Dr. Kreider, what do you feel like eating today?
You're like, hey, babe, can you pass the ketchup? She's like,
No,
that's
she's like,
doctor.
I didn't do
Dr.
10 years of schooling to be called babe. Thanks.
It's Dr. Babe. Okay.
That works. That works.
So now that we've done our little intros here, I've got to do the ad plugs real quick right at the beginning right here, right? So guys, the stream is powered by Poddex. Poddex are a unique interview question and episode starting prompts in the palm of your hand. So whether you are a new podcaster or an existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience or to get more engagement, you're going to want to check out Poddex. Now, guys, go to poddex.com. Put in the code NERDING10 for 10% off your first order. If you're not familiar with Poddex, you got to get familiar with Poddex. They're freaking fun.
Gots to get them. We use them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she said you did refer to her as Miss Kreider.
I might have. And Thomas, I appreciate that joke because I tried to pull that on her and she, I don't think has ever seen that movie. Thomas in the chat said, Doctor.
No, was it
Doctor.
Oh,
okay. Doctor. What's that from? Oh,
are
guys.
you thinking like, Doctor?
No,
give me the news. I gotta.
The scene is in my head.
Spies Like Us.
That's right. I was like, the scene is in my head right now, and I'm trying to remember it.
Good shout out there, Thomas. I appreciate that, sir.
Doctor.
Oh, and my brother-in-law, Senior Master Chief Mulder, in the chat.
Yes, look at that. Got the
Thank you for your service, sir.
Whole fam bam in here. Now, guys, got to throw the next sponsor here. Got to go back to my my page here.
I think next time AA comes on, let's just make it a family reunion. Just call everybody. Every Watson, every Mulder in the world.
I try.
Bring them on.
I try to.
I'm with that. I'm okay with that.
Hey, and my cousin Ann, look at that chiming in.
Oh, what's up, Ann?
The entire family is here. Now, guys, the stream is powered by Poddex. Now,
what's powering Young Phil?
Young Phil is powered by Dubby. Dubby is an emerging brand of energy drinks. Created to help focus, concentration, reaction time with no jitters, no crash. W contains no maltodextrins, no sugars, no fillers, no artificial colors, no dyes, not like the competitors that are out there. Find out more about W at w.gg. That is www.w.gg. I got that right at the bottom right there. Now, on top of that, if you decide to purchase said energy drinks, if you put in the code NERDING10, you get 10% off right there. And the code is like cutting off Aaron altogether.
That's
I think
okay.
That was like deliberately planned. Actually, you know what? This is what we do. Look at that.
Oh, shots fired.
Or maybe I.
Now, Phil, what flavor Dubby are you drinking as they are the official sponsor of the show?
Let's see. I think I'm gonna go Dub Sludge tonight.
All right. So what flavor is that?
So Dub Sludge, right here, guys. Of the 3 flavors that they currently have, Dub Sludge is a Granny Smith apple and a quote-unquote secret sauce. I'm pretty sure the secret sauce is cherry. It is very delicious.
That's the private reserve that only he uses. So like when other people are in the studio, that doesn't come out. I never seen it before.
Yeah. Well, normally the one that I throw out lately, I've been doing the Galaxy Grenade. And that is a watermelon, guava, and lime.
Oh, I'll pass on that one. You said
you
lost me at watermelon.
So good. No, dude. It's so good. Like, I didn't think I was gonna like it until I tried it, and I was like, this is really good.
Wait, you don't like watermelon?
I don't like melon. Honeydew, cantaloupe, watermelon. And I gotta cut that
flavoring.
Watermelon, dry melon, whatever. Melon.
I gotta cut that stuff up for the Tiny Terrace, man. And I wash my hands after, like, no.
Really?
That's
I've never
melon.
heard anybody.
No,
I've never heard anybody not like watermelon. But you know what? I like coconut, but I don't like artificial coconut.
I can see that. I can get down with that. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Now, the last flavor here, and I haven't done this one in a while, but Dragonade. And it's just because it's the least amount of one that I have, but it's a dragon fruit strawberry pink lemonade.
Oh, now that might be good.
Oh, it's so good. It is so delicious.
Dragon fruit's one of those weird ones.
Yeah, well, like, it looks weird, it smells weird, it tastes amazing.
What
Raider Ray is in the building.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who do we got in the chats?
Raider Ray in the building. We got Thomas Wong. I see Steve Mead is still here. Now, we do have one more sponsor, and Steve was I was starting to digress because I'm making my W, and I tend to drink the W on screen so people know that I actually drink it, and it's not a
Shameless plug.
It's not just a plug that's like, oh hey, I'm gonna plug this company. Like, no, I actually drink this stuff. Like, and it's so good, and I love it. I do drink it a lot, actually.
You really need to invest in like a mixologist set so you can be like throwing it up and down, cocktail like behind the back.
Right? Yeah. No, I think you do that. Yeah.
So Joseph, yes, they are energy drinks. It is a mix, almost like a pre-workout, but it's not the same as pre-workout.
Doesn't make it's jittery-less.
Right.
I guess you could say. That's not a word. I just made that up, but we get it.
It jitterless.
Jitterless.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't give me any jitters or anything like that. It doesn't make me feel like I'm gonna go and rip off my face like some pre-workouts I've done in the past. The science behind that, and I'm just gonna be really quick on that, but the science behind that is really just beta alanine. Beta alanine puts more oxygen in your blood, so you can get extra pumps in when you're at the gym. But if you don't, if you don't start working out within 30 minutes of taking beta alanine, you feel like you're on crack.
Yeah,
you lost me at science.
But I mean, like your skin just feels like
Keep it going.
Yeah, it's terrible, and it's like the worst feeling. And like for pre-workouts, I know I'm not gonna. I have to take it within 30 minutes, right? This doesn't do that. I don't have that feeling. I don't have that weird, I need to go work out feeling. Like it does kind of like make me kind of like hone in on the things that I'm doing. It's a gamer supplement for the most part, right? But the thing is, you can use it in place of like regular energy drinks like Red Bull and stuff.
A gamer supplement?
It doesn't make your skin burn like pre-workout.
Right.
You start drinking that pre-workout in 15 minutes, you're like, oh yeah, I'm warm. I gotta get in there. Hey,
Joseph,
question to everybody that's in the
no
chats. I got now, and then I may be late to the party on this one. Ray De Leon, sir. Same as Raider Ray, 2 people, 1 person.
Same person.
Same person. Okay, gotcha. Just want to make sure. Who else we got in there? We got my mom. What up, mom?
Real quick, last sponsor here. Last sponsor is Capitola Collecticon, a show that we are going to be doing in 2 weeks, and we have a video for this one, so I'm gonna turn that on real quick.
Make plans now for this year's Capitola Collecticon, March 4th through 6th. Star Wars Sunday at Capitola Collecticon happening March 6th. Come meet the original Mandalorian and Boba Fett cast members. For general admission or VIP passes, visit CapitolaCollecticon.com.
What?
Nah, I don't know. It was just
okay.
One of the weird when we came back. So that's Capitola Collecticon, guys. Be there if you're in the Bay Area, or even if you're not, fly out. It's going to be an amazing show. It's one of the first times, I think it is the first time, that you're going to have 5 different actors that play a character that Agent AA hates in one place.
Wait, who do I hate?
Boba Fett.
We're getting 5 Boba Fetts.
5 Boba
Fetts.
Okay, I respect the actors. I respect what they did. Just not a fan of the character.
Well, that's why I said a character that you hate. Raider Ray, C4 was specifically what I was referencing without saying it.
There you go.
Yeah, C4 in the chats. C4, not the business. Don't know.
Yeah, they've changed the formula since, but I mean, I have an army story about taking pre-workout before PT and then somebody not showing up at formation. And then I had to wait an hour before I got to the gym, and I just had this really bad itch all over my face. It was terrible. It's the worst.
Speaking of itch, you got to scratch that nerd itch and go to Capitola Collecticon, because it's a 2-day event. Saturday is a Sons of Anarchy event,
right,
with 3 different actors from the show, plus the actual bikes from the show will be there too.
My boy Ryan Hurst is going to be there. Oh, I'm so excited for that.
Chris Reed, Natalie Sky. And then on top of that, they have Tommy Sizemore coming, like Saving Private Ryan.
Like
Tommy
straight out of
Sizemore.
rehab?
Let's not
I
be
really
rude.
like that guy too, but man, poor life decisions, Mr. Sizemore.
And we also have Cesar Garcia from Fast and the Furious.
Nice.
And we also have Mary Gibbs, the voice of Boo from Monsters, Inc.
Kitty!
Oh.
That's
that would
and
be
that's a
cool.
Saturday. And then Sunday is Star Wars Sunday with C. Andrew Nelson, who played Darth Vader, like the most
Both.
screen time
The
in the
most.
Darth
Okay.
Vader suit, right?
Right.
Friend of the
Gotcha.
show.
Both.
Friend of the show, exactly. Alan Fernandez, the original Tuscan Raider. Can we just say Tuscan now, right? Right, Tuscan.
I think it's
Raider?
racist to say Tuscan Raider now.
No, it's racist to say Sand People.
Uh, Thomas want to know who's the one from the Fast and Furious. That's Hector, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays
There you
Hector in the
go.
first one.
Mm-hmm. And then we also have friend of the show, Tim Donaldson, who was the cool Jawa, the original Jawa. He played a Jawa when he was a kid,
He is
like
the
5
Jawa.
years old in Star Wars: A New Hope. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
So all those actors are going to be there. There's no panels. It's all them meeting fans, signing autographs, getting to like take pictures and the whole thing. So
Right,
they
yeah, they're
did that
just-
on purpose.
They're
to,
all
like,
just going to be in their booths, right? Just
Right.
walk up to them. You don't have to. Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yep. So
It makes it like a much more personal show, where
Mhm.
it's not just people on panels, like you're actually talking to the actors, and that's like I think that's really cool.
Yep. So tickets are $20 a day or $35 if you buy the 2-day pass. But if you go to CapitolaCollecticon.com and use the code nerding10,
No, nerd.
nerd.
Yeah.
Are you-
Capitola
okay, yeah,
Collective
that's right.
is nerd.
Nerd, you get a discount. It's like $5 off.
Right. $5 off the 2-day pass. So I mean, it's not too bad. I mean,
I like it. And that's what, March 5th and 6th. It's technically the 4th, 5th, and 6th. The 4th is kind of a separate paid
yeah, it's
event,
a private
like
event.
a VIP event.
Mhm.
I think they
It's like
still
a
have
Hollywood party, but with actors.
First weekend in March, right?
Right.
Not this weekend, but next weekend.
Correct.
Exactly. And I think actually that Friday there's going to be a performance by James Durst, who was on American Idol, but he's like a Santa Cruz native. Come to Santa Cruz. That's, come to Santa Cruz, meet some nerds, meet some celebs. It'll be great. Come hang out.
Every time I talk to Jackie about like who Natalie Sky is, she goes, Natalie Sky, I don't even know who that is. And I was like, when I show her the picture, she goes, oh, the porn star. Okay.
Wait, what?
In Sons of Anarchy, her
Oh.
character's a porn star. So she's like, oh, the porn star. Okay.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. So what is on the list for today? I did not get the dossier.
Oh, we can send it to you.
That's all right. That's
I
too much.
think it's better to just have him just surprise.
Oh, yeah, I'm much better off the cuff. If I got to do 2 screens and try to read and talk, it's all gonna go sideways.
All right. I'm going to share it with you just in case.
Okay, boomer.
We got some news. We got some rumors. That's it. You know what I didn't realize? Double A, did you watch Peacemaker?
Yes, I did.
What did you
Absolutely
think?
loved it. Loved it.
Same.
So good. The
Same.
end, the finale. Oh my god, it was perfect.
Oh, and we're gonna talk about that.
We'll talk about that.
absolutely perfect.
But I just realized like we haven't done like a breakdown, so maybe we'll save that for like next week or something like that. Give people some time because I guess we can talk about the finale later. But yeah,
I mean, we're a week out at this point. We can talk.
I
about
know,
it.
but still, like I don't want to ruin it for somebody.
Ruin it.
Such a-
That's their bad.
We'll ruin it. Screw them.
Yeah.
Screw
We
them.
had a week,
Anyway,
like a legitimate week, because it came out on Wednesdays, right?
Right. The
yes.
book of Peacemaker.
Yeah, so they had a week. All right. No.
God, you're right. Yeah, screw them. All right, let's get through the news and then we'll see how we feel.
News.
So don't
Hit
forget-
me with it.
Check out Nerdington Post for all the trailers and reactions and memes and everything. We got Baz Luhrmann's Elvis biopic.
Biopic.
We got the trailer for that. We got Our Flag Means Death, that HBO show with Taika Waititi. That looks really funny. And a bunch of other stuff. I forgot what it was.
A pirate show, right?
Yeah, it's a pirate show. That's what they should have called it. The Pirate Show.
Well, our flag means death. That's literally, if you know anything about the Jolly Roger, that's what it is.
I
Well,
know.
Ray in the chats makes a really good point. With Book of Boba, everything should be referenced with Book of. So Book of Peacemaker, Book of Elvis.
Elvis.
I like that. I
like
like that. Start that trend.
Let's like that. How about Book of the Dead? Because just when you thought you'd never hear from it again, The Walking Dead news never quite dies.
Oh my God! Seriously, we're still talking about
Here we
Walking.
go.
God,
We're
It's,
still
it's,
going.
it's never gonna go away, man.
We're gonna talk about a new show. So
they just keep coming, don't they?
They do. The cast of AMC spinoff anthology series Tales of the Walking Dead is continuing to grow with 5 new actors joining the ensemble cast, including Olivia Munn, right?
I like her.
X-Men Apocalypse.
Yep.
All right.
Attack of the Show.
Attack of the Show. That's a good.
That's what made her famous.
Yep.
Right.
That's what got her famous in the nerd world. Yep. Totally. Danny Ramirez from The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Who's that?
He was
the second Falcon. He hasn't become Falcon yet.
Oh yeah. He was kind of like his man on the ground.
Right.
Yep.
Let's see who else is there. A bunch of other people I don't recognize. Lone Chabanal, Mbeth Davids.
Nope. I feel like you're
and
butchering
Jesse,
those, but okay.
I know. And then Jesse T. Usher, which
Any
he was in
relation to
Shaft
Usher?
and the Boys. I don't know. I don't think so.
We'll have to look into that.
Yep. So I don't know who they are, but I do know Olivia Munn and Danny Ramirez. Yeah. But Walking Dead, are we excited?
No, we're not at all.
That show should
in
have
the
died a long
slightest.
time
Like
ago, man.
I can't even put my fingers together as close as like my interest in this show, like at all.
It's such like a hot button. Like it's either you love The Walking Dead or you hate The Walking Dead. Whether you loved it before or not, you just love or hate. And
I always went back to it because everybody's like, "Oh, this season's so good," and then like 3 or 4 episodes, I'm like, "No, it's still terrible. I don't want to watch this."
The new season's out. The final season of the original show is out now.
I feel like they're just going to bring it back in 2 years and be like, "Yeah, no, let's just keep this train rolling." No.
Yeah. They're like, this is going to be the final season. Oh, okay. Well, this is part 2 of the final season. I'm like,
part 2 final
part
season.
2? Okay, fine. And then they're like, but part 3 is coming later on. There's a part 3? Just make another season. What do you?
And they still have like movies that are going to be coming out, and
there are.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
man,
they botched the what was it? The what was the one? What's the one that's in LA?
Fear the Walking Dead.
They botched that so hard because they were like, "Oh, we're gonna tell the origin story of the virus." No.
Yeah, and they really didn't. And the thing that they were going to say, I remember them, and I was like, okay, I could be interested in that show because there was not supposed to be any crossovers. It was supposed to be set like 5 or 10 years before, and they weren't. But they started losing viewership because it wasn't that great. And they're like, oh, let's do some crossovers with the same character. No, just write it off. Write it off.
I think they went for the jump the shark factor of like, if we can get these to crossover, that'll be amazing for both shows. So they're like, let's take these people from LA that are hitting this during a pandemic, and then all of a sudden it's like we're gonna move them to Texas or Alabama or something like that. Like, what? Why would you go that far?
No.
Yeah.
During all this, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
They jumped the zombie shark.
Yeah.
Jump the zombie shark.
It's like, hell yeah! Hey, COVID-19. Here we go.
Exactly. So, Tales of the Walking Dead is set to rise onto AMC later this year.
God, I missed your puns.
Right?
I love them. I love them.
Well, I'm glad you're back on the stream because you know what? It's time to get the pack back together. 4 years after Teen Wolf took its last bow on MTV, the characters will reunite for a revival movie.
What?
Teen Wolf fans? No? Yes.
I mean,
with Tyler Posey.
That was way after my time, but my older daughter watched it, so I do have some reference to that show. But I feel like it's been off the air a little too long to do a movie.
What's funny is like, it's like when your daughter first said, "I'm going to go watch Teen Wolf." Did you get excited and be like, Michael J. Fox?
I'm like, wait, is that a thing again? The Michael J. Fox movie? She's like, no. What are you talking about, Dad?
Right? Like, who's that? Away. What? You're like, how dare you? You're grounded. So Paramount Plus has announced that some of the cast members are coming back for the Teen Wolf revival movie. So yeah, who'd you say? Tyler Posey?
Tyler Posey, he's the one who played essentially Michael J. Fox's character.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Didn't he go on to do other things though? Like he parlayed that into actual career, right? Didn't he?
Like he's been in all kinds of stuff now.
That's what I thought.
So he'll be coming back with 11 other series regulars,
Mhm.
except Tyler Hoechlin. Is that who you said his name?
Hecklin.
Hecklin?
Mhm.
He will not be coming back because,
He's playing Superman.
Superman don't play that no more.
Playing
So
Superman
Tyler
where?
What's funny
Hecklin,
is a lot of the Teen Wolf actors, like actors that were on that show, crossovered with like the CW Arrowverse
That makes
because
sense.
Arsenal, the guy who played I was
Arsenal?
gonna say Bucky, but not Bucky. Red Arrow, man. What was his name? Speedy.
that's also not his name.
I got
Those were his actual like names, but I mean,
Right.
like, his character names. But he left Arrow so that he could go and be on Teen Wolf.
I feel like that's the natural career trajectory for anybody that was on an MTV show, just the CW. Like that's the
What was the opposite?
natural
CW
career path.
MTV.
What's his name? Roy.
Roy Harper. That's who it
There
was.
you go.
As soon as you said the first name, the last name popped right in my head. Roy Harper.
There it is. So the movie will follow the series that aired from 2011 to 2017. Tyler Posey's coming back. Yeah,
He's the only one I
Sure.
know.
Yeah,
So
he's been Superman for like the last couple of years. He started on Supergirl, and then I think he's in Superman and Lois right now.
yeah, he got his own show, so he's good. He's like, I'm good. Thanks, Paramount. I got my own show.
I'm more excited about the Walking Dead movie than I am about this movie, and that
right?
says something.
And as Raider Ray said, Armless Walker gets a square.
Yes, he was saying because at some point there's going to be a Walking Dead reality show. They're going to do a Walking Dead dating game.
Exactly.
It's just never going to end. I mean, there are
That's
more dead
number one.
people. There's more dead people than there are alive people. So, I mean, I guess the zombies are kind of like, I mean, there's an endless amount of zombies, so they can just keep this train rolling.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
We're going to get Walking Dead Titanic. Are they going to come up from
the water like that? It's going to reverse sink the ship.
They kind of did that because they do that. They're like
Wait, what?
every season they have to be like, what could we do? Let's put zombies in the water.
Yeah,
You know?
I hate it. I hate it.
Now there's like zombie fish, and
There's one where like zombies
Mother
just
Russia.
wash up on the beach. You know, it's just like, oh, there's another one.
Russia, you bite the zombie.
Yeah. So Teen Wolf, the movie, is set to howl at the moon on Paramount Plus sometime in 2022.
Not excited.
You're super excited.
This is the most excited I've ever seen Aaron. Just
I know.
So
About
Okay,
not being excited about something?
yeah,
I'll keep it going. Maybe this one's for the tiny terrorist.
All right, what do you got?
Light bulb. Universal Pictures and Illuminations aren't finished playing with Gru and the Minions yet. They just announced that they're developing Despicable Me 4 and it's set to hit theaters in 2024. Huh?
All
Huh?
right. She likes Despicable Me, but she doesn't like the Minions.
What is going on? How do you not like the
How?
Minions?
I don't know.
What?
I'm raising her wrong. I don't know. I don't even question it anymore.
No, it tracks. The thing is it tracks because I know Zoe doesn't like people in costumes.
Yeah.
She might associate the Minions as like people in costumes.
She might. She's weird. I mean, she's definitely my daughter, but the things this kid likes is staggering to me. But I'll make her watch it.
Like she likes watching grass grow and
Right?
watching paint dry.
Doing
Well, dude,
math
we're talking
problems.
about 2024. So by the time this comes out, she may be like, I don't even care.
Yeah,
this
because she'll
is.
be 9 by then.
Right. But until then, Universal will release the second Despicable Me spinoff, Minions: The Rise of Gru, on July 1st. Yay.
Mm.
I mean, I'm interested in watching it just because as much of a cash cow as it is at this point where they're just trying to cash in the chips.
That's
It's
exactly what it
pretty
is.
Like they're still pretty funny.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing is like I'll still watch them because they're entertaining. But I mean, that's really what they're doing is they're just like, oh, let's cash this chip in because we know that we have this established character and we could make money off of it.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with you.
Mhm.
It's how. I mean, when did the first movie come out?
It's fine.
2004,
Was it 2004?
something like that.
Yeah, 20 years later, the fourth movie comes out.
Right?
Oh my god, is that right? No way.
I'm gonna find it right now.
That is nuts.
So the first Despicable Me movie came out 2010.
Oh, okay. But still,
That's still not that far.
14 years later.
Yeah. Yeah, if you watch the first one, by the time you get to the last one, you'll be driving a car.
Right.
That's nuts.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Time to put that one to bed.
The awkward way that he says shit.
Mhm. All right. Time to go back to the Upside Down.
Yes.
You ready? We're so close. We're so close.
Finally, man. Because they delayed it by a year, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's actually open the story here.
A whole year, right? Yeah. So Stranger Things will be ending with season 5, and it's splitting season 5 into 2 parts.
Right. And they
Kinda
announced that in the
insane.
first season.
Well, they were supposed to do 4 seasons, but then they're like, you know what? There's still a lot to tell. What does it matter if we go 4 or 5? So they're going 5.
Okay.
But you're right though. The original plan was just for 4.
Right. Because they said the reason that they wanted it to die early is because so many shows go into these like 7, 8, 9 season runs, and you just get nothing but filler for an entire season.
Yeah.
And they were
There's
saying,
definitely a lot of episodes or sometimes even full seasons that
Right.
you could have done without.
Right. So that's the whole thing, is they were saying they wanted it to be where, one, you get this show where everything stays relevant and everything is together, but number 2, the kids are going to get older, and it's just kind of like, you start losing the premise of the show. So it's just kind of like, that's why they were like, okay, well, we only want it to go 4 seasons, because then the kids can keep their innocence and still be the age that they are, still like not be like old teenagers, like older teenagers, where it just stops being interesting. And then on top of that, you don't lose so much in story.
Got it.
That's also a lot has to do with the American culture, because I know a lot of shows from Europe, they usually only do like 2 or 3 seasons and then they end it. Where over here we're like, oh, give us more, give us more, give us more, or much like the Minions thing, they see it as a cash grab and they just keep pumping them out, and it just loses it. One of the best shows I've ever seen was NBC's Hannibal, and it was only 3 seasons, and it was one of the most epic, perfectly wrapped up 3 seasons I've ever seen in any show.
Right. Hey,
That's
listen,
Mhm.
We know you're dating a doctor. We know you drive an Audi. You don't have to throw it out there that you watch European shows as opposed to us that are watching American shows. Okay.
Hey,
Get it.
What also makes him better than us is he doesn't watch NASCAR. He watches F1.
I do watch F1, and it's coming back, baby. Got a couple more weeks.
We get it. You're better than us. We get it.
Hold on. The best part is Candace agrees.
Yeah, she's laughing at that in the chat.
By the way, if we're looking at the chat right now, Ramirez watching on Twitch, and I think he's over on Twitch, and he may be a little drunk because he's all over the place with his walking dating game stuff and armless walkers. Get the square. I think he's watching a different show than ours. I don't know.
No, they made sense when he said them. They were funny.
Okay, all right, good. So back to Stranger Things. I have an upside down synopsis. It's been 6 months since the Battle of Starcourt. I guess Starcourt's the mall.
That's the mall, yeah.
Which brought us terror and destruction to the Hawkins. Struggling with the aftermath, our group of friends are separated for the first time, and navigating the complexities of high school hasn't made things any easier. Oh, they're in high school now.
Right.
Okay, that makes
They
sense.
started off in junior high.
That makes sense.
In the most vulnerable time, a new and horrifying supernatural threat surfaces, presenting a gruesome mystery that, if solved, might finally put an end to the horrors of the Upside Down. It's pretty. By the way, did you see the poster for it?
The poster looks pretty cool. The trailer, because remember we talked about the trailer a while back. It seemed like it's very like scary, like Amityville, almost like scary house kind of vibes.
I got that vibe for sure.
Yeah, and then on top of that, we've got Hopper in Russia. Because he spent some time as Red Guardian in his off time.
It's a different universe, sir.
And then now he's making his way from Russia back to the United States. You know, and it's kind of funny the coincidence that he literally played a character that goes to Russia, and then the next thing he does is play a Russian character.
They're gonna bridge the two.
Oh,
We're gonna get a crossover.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, like the timing of those two characters that he played, Red Guardian, and Hopper ends up in Russia at one point. So it's like,
And Hopper ends up in Russia in the 80s, and then in the 90s we see Red Guardian in the prison.
Mhm.
Just saying.
And that's from Black Widow for anybody that's not following along listening. Like, we need a reference.
Exactly.
Red Guardian was from Black Widow.
He was easily one of the funnier points in that movie. Him and Yelena Belova were like easily the best characters.
Yelena killed it.
I
Such a
love
poser.
I'm like, you're such a poser.
I could get a whole series on
She
Yelena.
killed it in Hawkeye too.
Hawkeye
Oh.
was so good.
Yeah,
You want some mac and cheese?
she put
Dude,
hella hot sauce in it.
She killed it.
Kate
She
Bishop, dude,
absolutely
would you
killed
like
it
mac
in
and
that
cheese?
show.
Just keep saying her full name, Kate Bishop.
Why do you keep saying my first and last name?
I don't know.
Such a power move. Okay. Stranger Things season 4 will premiere May 27th. Then part 2 of season 4 comes on July 1st.
Which is season 5.
No, it's still it's part 2 of season 4. So what Netflix has been doing lately with a lot of their shows is splitting the seasons in half.
Sure.
Mhm.
And the reason is because then you get like part of it the beginning of the year, part of it the second half of the year, and it keeps you interested.
I can see that.
You know, they did that with He-Man. You know, so
Mhm.
like a lot of people were pissed at the cliffhanger that happened in the first half of He-Man. And even Kevin Smith was out there saying, like, yeah, no, Netflix decided to do this after the fact. Like, this was not planned at all. And he was like, and the problem is that where it left it, it seemed like it was going in a direction that everybody thought they knew it was going to go in. And then it goes into a completely different direction in the second half.
Hey, I don't want to interrupt you, but Jesus, James, what are you drinking? Is that
Oh, yeah.
is it a mini keg? What is that?
It's
It's 120 ounces, bro.
Yeah,
Are
it's a
you doing that?
gallon water.
You got to stay hydrated, bro.
Yeah.
Stay
But is
hydrated,
that
stay
from
alive.
today or is that your second one?
It helps with electrolytes, you know? So, plus I can pee in it later. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's 8
Actually,
o'clock at night and it's still halfway full.
Well,
So...
it has
Them-
timestamps.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, guys, to tell you how much water to drink. Mine's empty, but I'm drinking just a regular ass bottle with a gallon of water.
By the way, the whole breaking up the season thing, I think it also has to do with the algorithm, you know?
Yeah.
Like, think
Yeah.
about the news cycle. Like, if you get double the amount of publicity in, like, you know, the same time span for the most part, I think that's good because you think like there's some people that binge the entire series in like, or the entire season in like a day and a half, where
Right.
some people are stretching it out over weeks, right?
Right.
But all that weird trajectory of like when people are talking about it gets all wonky because
Mhm.
some people are talking about the first 3 episodes, some people are talking about the final episode. It's all jumbled up. So it's the algorithm, bro.
It's the algorithm, bro.
You lost Phil with algorithm because it looks like he's tuned out.
No, actually, funny enough, I'm just
He's
I'm
falling
reposting,
asleep there.
I'm reposting our stream. That's why.
That's absolutely rude.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do promotion and be on a show at the same time.
Be in
It's
the
called poor
moment.
time management. I think we talked about that in the last stream that I was in the chats.
Right?
Young Phil has poor time management, people.
I mean, I have a lot going on. Sorry. Apologize to everybody.
He has poor laundry management because how come he's not wearing a distance nerding shirt? You know, he's got a whole box of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those shirts are for other people, and I have one for myself. All right. Well, actually,
You can put on a small. You can. I believe in you.
Please
No.
do that. Please
No.
put on a small.
No one wants to see that.
After like 10 tacos, you have to wear a small shirt. That's what we're gonna do at Capitola.
There you go.
I'm just gonna walk around and say, "Fat man in a little coat."
Exactly. I like it. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna keep moving. I am Loki of Asgard, and I'm burdened with a glorious purpose to bring you an update on Loki season 2. Yeah.
What do we got?
No.
Nah,
But
it was-
isn't an update on Loki? Oh, it is an update on Loki season 2. Okay,
Kinda. So Marvel Studios hired Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead to co-direct a majority of the episodes for the upcoming season. Right?
I
Like,
don't know who they are.
so the two filmmakers recently directed a couple of episodes of Moon Knight.
Okay.
yeah.
Which isn't out yet.
And they've also helmed some Twilight Zone revivals and Netflix's Archive 81, which I heard was really good.
I haven't seen it yet. My parts guy.
What, do they
watched
not have it
and-
in Europe? Is that what it is?
We might have to ask our European friends, specifically
Exactly. Norwegians.
the Norwegians.
Oh,
No,
thought
my
we were
parts
talking
guy,
to our
though,
European
he
friend.
said it was absolutely fantastic. Said it was such a good show.
I've heard a lot of good things too.
I don't know what it's about, but I heard it's kind of a thriller for the most part.
Yeah, from what I gather, from the watching the trailer, a guy's doing like a documentary, and he's following like a journal, and he's like following along where this girl who wrote the journal, she stayed and she lived, and he's like following that path, and it gets all supernatural and occultish.
That's right. Oh wait,
I could be wrong.
It's like a video or something, right? Isn't it like
Yes.
a
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't want to watch it by myself. Do you guys want to come over and hold my hand while we watch this?
only if you wear a small size shirt,
There you go.
definitely
Small
will.
distance nerding shirt.
pants optional. Anyway,
You know,
Wow.
you-
Wow.
that got really. That got me and Aaron level uncomfortable right there.
I didn't know you could do that.
Get me and Aaron level uncomfortable.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's possible. You can,
All
I
right.
didn't know pants were optional, but
But I guess that's a good sign, right? So back to Loki, there's the two directors that
Aaron
are
usually
coming on.
just shows up with no pants on. So
I mean, whatever. If you got the calves for it,
he definitely does. He
Yeah.
does.
next step is the thighs. But anyway,
now when
think
does Loki come out?
Dr. Kreider can attest for his amazing calves.
Yes. She's got the legs in the relationship for sure.
those are, excuse me, doctor legs.
Yeah, sorry. I stand corrected.
So still no date on when Loki will bifrost his way onto Disney Plus.
Oh, so there is no update on when Loki season 2 is coming out?
No, I think it's supposed to be this year, but I think it's getting pushed to 2023.
I know they
Okay.
greenlit it because I remember them saying that they were going to greenlight it for sure. But they probably, I think they said that they were going to start filming like in a couple of months, which means that they would be on a really tight timeline if they tried to get it out by the end of this year.
Especially with every show and movie that they're pushing out phase 4. I mean, I know it's integral to phase 4, but I mean, we probably don't need it till after this year when all these other movies come out.
Right.
I think, yeah, we have a few shows coming out and then 3 more films, I think.
Right.
I think it's still a big year for Marvel.
I can't wait for Doctor Strange, man.
It's going to be so good.
Yeah.
What else is coming out in May?
In May? I don't know. I know
So-
in March, the Batman.
So
Oh,
March Batman, Doctor Strange is in May. Stranger
excited.
Things technically is May as well.
Is Doctor Strange in May?
Mhm.
Oh, man, I thought that was like
Cinco de
third or
Mayo.
fourth quarter of this year.
Yeah.
So the plan is we're going to have a crap ton of tacos and then head over to
Mhm.
watch Doctor Strange.
Opening
Well, I mean-
weekend?
What's that?
Opening weekend, you guys are doing that?
I think so. I think Ray's going to try to come up that Saturday, whatever
Mhm.
that is.
Oh,
I think he
might
said it
have
was the 7th.
Might have to drag the doctor with us and
Right?
make that happen up in Sacramento.
Mhm.
We're going to try and see if we can get a theater. There's no guarantees on that, but I mean,
Sure.
if we can rent a theater out for that, that'd be great.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, May is going to be a big month, but technically, Doctor Strange was supposed to be coming out next month,
Mhm.
and then everything got pushed back like
Right.
2 months or whatever.
You know what we would have to do, and this just came to me right now. This would be a great idea, but have Dr. Kreider do a review of Doctor Strange, and we can call the segment "Doctors on Doctors."
Oh, that's
Wow,
I like what you did there.
Yeah,
I like what you did there.
right.
look at you.
We'll call
See,
it-
I
he's
may
back-
have to do
he's
all
back,
of the.
people.
I might have to do all the ghostwriting for that. But
but that's the thing, is that she would watch the movie and give her opinion, right?
Yeah. We get it. Yeah.
See, and she's saying it would be awkward. I'm saying like that's almost the point. Is if you're an outsider on stuff like this, people relate more to that. Okay, I'm getting really like businessy on this. Let's just move on.
No, explain it. Please explain it more.
No, I know what you're saying, Phil, because like if you get too in depth and you get too nerdy or you start going down the rabbit hole, you're gonna lose a lot of people where like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Where if you get the casual watcher, like the doctor, she can relay it to the masses.
Right. Because you get guys like me, like there's certain crowds that want to listen to guys like me that are like,
Absolutely.
oh, he knows all about this crap, right? But then you have the average person that's like, I don't care what you have to say, nerd.
Just give me the synopsis, but like the Cliff Notes synopsis, not the in-depth synopsis.
Young Phil, I'll listen to you talk about it if you wear that small shirt.
My mom is encouraging Dr. Kreider to do it in the chats. That's
saying do
awesome.
it, Dr. Kreider. We may have to record this sometime.
Oh my goodness.
God. Lord help me.
Taking over.
I know.
Taking over. All right, let's keep moving.
Yes, please.
A small shirt as we speak.
So check it out. Ewan McGregor isn't the
it.
only Jedi Master returning to Star Wars.
Who do we got?
Composer John Williams, who scored all 9 of the Skywalker saga films, will be coming back for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
So
that's cool, but that wasn't the news I was hoping for. You really built that up and
build it up, let you down.
Who were you hoping it was going to be?
Sounds like my sex life.
That's my MO. All right.
Staying out of that, considering that your sex life is in the chat right now. So I'm
Hey, she's the one that's disappointed.
And she can appreciate that.
It's not a problem with that. It's the issue is that she is constantly disappointed.
Exactly.
Set the bar low. You got to set
things in mirror may seem larger than they really are in real life. All right. I was
moving forward.
I was gonna say I would love for Ludwig Göransson to do the score again, like because his scores for Book of Boba, as much as you don't like Book of Boba, you have to admit the music was great.
Oh, right? No, it was. There was a lot of things that I did like about the show. I just think it was not needed.
Well, because you don't like the characters. I mean, you already have an inherent bias on it. But I mean, like Book of Boba, Mandalorian, like all that stuff. Ludwig Göransson has been doing the music for that. He's the guy who did the music for Black Panther, and he used to be a hip hop producer back in the day. But like his music's been great because he's been bringing a new level of music. But for the original, for the master John Williams to come back to do a TV show, I'm excited for this, man.
No, I am. But I mean, you may want the other whatever Norwegian name you just said.
Yeah.
Just because if you're filming and you're making the show much like Mandalorian or Boba Fett, are you going to lose some of that feel that you're getting, which is making these shows so popular, by bringing in a different, music composer?
Well, I think by them bringing John Williams in to score it means that it's going to be like main storyline level epic,
Sure.
as
what you're saying.
As I think that they're going for a different feel rather than it being the kind of like the show feels, which I think the shows are amazing, right? I mean, like all the music's been great, but it's a different feel, right? You get kind of more of like a gritty, more of a dirty feel, more of a Western feel with TV shows. Whereas if they're trying to go for like that original trilogy epicness, that space opera, with that, if they're trying to tell that type of story, then that's where it makes sense to bring in someone like John Williams who can bring that atmosphere.
Yeah. I think they want the original series type vibe versus the new Star Wars, the new Western version of Star Wars. That's Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni.
So in the chat on Twitch said that's going to be epic AF. Albie Madrigal is actually in the chat for one.
Holy cow!
And Albie said Kenobi will not work without John Williams, and that's a fact. And then I mean, it's the same exact reasoning that I just gave. Is it's going to be? I think the feeling that they're going for is more of the original trilogy, especially with like Obi-Wan, and they're going to be going with more of like telling that story. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Plus, you think about it. It's all the original, movie vibes. This is the series is going to premiere on the 45th anniversary of Star Wars: A New Hope on May 25th. Come on, that's all the feels, right? Come on,
And when is that? For people that don't know,
May 25th
of this
So-
year.
of this year.
For some reason, I
That's
thought
what
it
it
was still
is.
a year. I thought it was still a year out.
That's what I was thinking. Doctor Strange in May.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan in May. Stranger Things in May. Wow.
My birthday's in May.
And your
So-
birthday's in May?
You're gonna have a happy birthday.
Oh yeah, that's one of the benefits of having a birthday in May is all the summer blockbusters traditionally always came out in May, so it was like always a good movie month, the month of my birthday.
Mhm. So there's a inner kind of channel thing happening right now. So on Twitch, I am Mr. Exotic said, "What's an Albie Madrigal?" And Albie said, "I asked myself that too."
What is happening over there? I don't get it.
But it's two different channels, right? So they can't see each other's chats, but they're somehow communicating. It's great.
Albie is a good friend of the show. We've known him for a long time. We've been wanting him on this show for the longest. I saw Albie today. Albie, come on, come hang out. But Albie is the guy that we know that was in The Mandalorian.
He was in The Mandalorian.
So
Yes.
he played the biker scout in the. Oh, actually, we know a few people in The Mandalorian, but
Well, yeah, Kyle Pasek too. I mean, of course,
Gene Freeman.
Freeman. You know, we have
Yeah.
a couple people.
We're gonna see Emily Swallow in a couple weeks. I mean, Albie, we know all these other Mandalorian cast members. What's up, bro? Where's it at? But Albie played the biker scout, the one that stole little baby Yoda back in the day.
Is he the one
Shout
that
out to
punched
Albie.
him?
Yes. Oh, by the way, I'm supposed to ask you, young Phil, you need to go to the ATM because you're gonna buy Albie's Clone Wars Republic gunship, like the big, huge 2,000 piece version. I forgot to mention that earlier. I told him you'd buy it.
Oh, all right. So in here, and I'm gonna throw the context on this, but I am Mr. Exist because he's getting a little in there. But he said to Albie, he said, "Yeah, f that guy. He punched Grogu."
That's what we were all thinking.
He's the guy that punched Grogu.
Maybe I'm just gonna throw it out there. I have 3 kids. Maybe Grogu deserved it. I'm just
Hey,
hey,
exactly.
right.
And if
Hey.
anybody in the chats have kids, they understand.
Hey, right.
I don't, but I have a lot of nephews and nieces, and I've been around your guys' kids. So
Yeah,
I'm
we're going-
not saying that you should ever beat your children, but don't say that there's never a reason that you shouldn't.
Mhm.
hey, sometimes kids got to get punched in the mouth. I'm just saying. You
Right.
just-
Not saying you should, but I understand.
Albie, before I get off the subject, give me one teaser of anything, and you don't even have to put it in context. But I know you're connected to Star Wars. You got other things going on.
Albie, any project that you're on right now, just give us a out of context anything.
Could be a shipping label on a package. I don't really care. But like
Because I know
Give me
he
one
mentioned
little
that
thing.
he's doing some Marvel stuff too. So it's just kind of like, okay, if he's doing Marvel and Star Wars and he just throws something that out there that's
Yeah.
out of context,
Yeah.
nobody's gonna know what the hell he's talking about.
exactly. Anyway, I'll let that go.
And Albie said specifically he didn't he wasn't the one that punched him, it was the other guy, but still F that guy.
Yeah, F that guy. Yeah, see, F that guy. F the other guy.
Damn it, Albie. Okay. He just said, I am no Jedi.
What does that mean?
Again, we're
Yeah, and Bridget, you're right. Grogu was 50 years old. He's a 50-year-old baby Yoda.
he's
Exactly.
a 50-year-old man baby. Punch him.
Exactly. Okay, we
Moving
will
forward.
finally say hello there
Hello
there.
there.
to Obi-Wan Kenobi series May 25th on Disney Plus.
I'm very excited for this.
Yes.
Finally, something I'm very excited for.
Yeah, I know, right? The Obi-Wan series is gonna be great, especially because
It's gonna be so
dude, yeah, no, it's gonna be good. The rumors that we've heard about who's gonna be in it and where the storyline is going, guarantee it's not gonna be what we think it is. But I mean, because Disney's good about swerving this kind of stuff.
Yep.
But I mean, I have a feeling it's gonna be great and grand.
as much as I know I'm not.
You
I-
and McGregor said of all the stuff that he's been involved with Star Wars, this is his favorite script.
This is one of those ones where I want it all at once. And I know they're just going to do the weekly episodes. I'm like, man, do I have it in me to not watch or not spoil any of it until it's over and watch it all at once? And I know I can't.
Right.
I'm going to be upset every week that I'm only getting one episode a week.
That's way too privileged. Come on now.
It's first world problems, man.
That used to be how things were back in the day.
I
You'd have to
know.
wait week to week, you know?
Right.
Or if like Dallas ends on a cliffhanger and whatever season that is, you got to wait an entire like year to come back and
Find out who
see.
shot JR.
Who shot JR? Should I spoil this for a 30-year-old, 40-year-old show?
Sure, go for it.
It was his sister-in-law. and then they wasn't it like a dream? They like reverted the whole thing.
Yeah, I think it was when the other dude, Patrick something,
Mhm.
like something happened to him and then he was like alive or something. And it was all a dream.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway,
I used to read
Well,
British magazine. I can't. Anytime someone says that was all a dream, I have to respond to that with that.
I am older than both of you, and I still have never watched Dallas. How do you guys know this?
Jackie had me watch Dallas.
Okay,
It's
all
actually a fairly decent show.
I have parents and we only had one TV. That's what it
There's
was.
that. Yep. I had to watch
So,
MASH.
we said Obi-Wan's going to be very epic, and he said he's super excited for Andor as well.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you. That is very politically correct. Albie. We'll wait for the off the air stuff for all the dirt,
From Casa Madrigal.
right? From Casita.
I think Albie's like superpower that he got from the house, from the
Mhm.
casita, is the ability to give us cryptic things when he's like to give us cryptic spoilers that we don't know until we watch the show.
Totally.
That's his superpower. All right.
Okay.
Moving on.
All right. I have in Peacemaker of the Galaxy MCU news. Wait, what?
Wait,
Hold
what?
on. Just follow this. So Peacemaker season 1 finale shocked all the DC fans, right?
Yes, it did.
It was so good.
And we'll get to the whole spoil. I guess we can spoiler it now, right? Are we good with it? We're good with it.
We're good with
Yeah.
it.
If
So
nobody's watched the finale of Peacemaker, tune out now.
So that is probably the biggest. Actually, this is probably going to be the biggest news
Mhm.
out of the Peacemaker series. So
Actually, before we jump on, I have to ask you guys because I know both of you guys are parents and you guys have both seen these movies. Tell me the cow itself, that the cow thing doesn't remind you of what was it, Bugzilla in Monsters vs. Aliens?
No, I didn't.
doesn't?
No, I know what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah, it reminded me of
it's the big eyes. That's what
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
but also the way that it sounded.
See, I almost thought of the monster at the end of the original Starship Troopers.
Brain bug. See, it didn't remind me.
That's what it reminded me of.
At first, I thought it was the brain bug, but it reminded me more of like a caterpillar version of Bugzilla.
I could see that.
Yeah, like Bugzilla before he turns into what he is in that movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I could see that. That's not what came to mind, though.
Anyways, keep going.
Okay, so after the big battle scene and everybody's like picking up the pieces, walking away, who comes dropping out of the sky just in the nick of time?
They had called in reinforcements earlier in the episode.
Oh, so good.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
Send in who? The Justice League.
The Justice League, and we got the Justice League.
We
How
did.
cool is that?
We did. Albie
But-
said he again just responding on this. Albie said it reminded him of Heimlich from Bug's Life.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that would be
That's
more.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's more on brand. But we see the silhouettes, but then after, what does Peacemaker say to him? He's like,
You're fucking late.
"You're fucking late, you bunch of dickheads," or something like.
Earlier on, he was talking shit about
Aquaman.
Aquaman. He goes, "Yeah, that guy fucks fish," and he's like,
Yeah.
"No, where do you hear this shit from?" He goes, "From everybody, man."
and his sidekick, he's like, no, that one's actually proven. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That's so funny. But check this out. That's not the biggest news out of Peacemaker. The biggest news out of Peacemaker, that scene with the Flash and Momoa,
Mhm.
it was filmed by Marvel, not
Wait,
DC.
what?
Yeah.
Exactly.
How?
Yeah.
How
Mind
did
blown.
they get the rights for that?
No, so basically what happened was Gunn, and I'm sure James is going to explain it in better, but Gunn was doing pre-production and work on Guardians of the Galaxy 3,
Mhm.
and he couldn't make it to the set. So someone from Marvel ended up going out and filming the scene for him.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is all because Gunn wanted how do you say his name again? Chukwudi Iwuji.
Oh, yeah.
He loved him in Peacemaker, and he wanted him in Guardians 3. So he had to shoot like a test scene with Chuck
Mhm.
Woody for Marvel. So DC was like, and so Gunn was like, I'm friends with everybody. Hey,
Yeah,
DC,
yes,
do
he
you
is.
mind if we shoot this, since we have Chuck on set? Can we just shoot this and send it over? They're like, okay, let's do it. So
Oh.
they did it for Marvel, and they're like, all right, you're right. Chuck Woody is really good. Let's hire him. So they hired him. And then when it came time to finish this scene with Ezra Miller, the Flash from DC,
Mhm.
they're like, can you do this? And Marvel's like, all right, I guess we're gonna pay the favor back. And they shot the scene with
Oh,
Flash.
that's awesome.
How cool
Yeah.
is that?
And I like the story behind how, because originally it was just supposed to be Momoa.
Mhm.
And Ezra Miller was, I guess, like through some of the circles, was like, I would really love to do a scene, like a Justice League scene with Gunn, with James
Mhm.
Gunn, and like it got back to James Gunn. He was like, yeah, suit him up and get him over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess they have some friends in common, so it got to Gunn. So Gunn ended up calling Ezra Miller and was like, "Hey, do you want to be in this for real?" He's like, "Yes, I totally want to do it." He's like, "Okay, come down, we'll work it out." Ended up he used Marvel. How
Yeah.
cool is that?
Apparently, the original script, I don't know if you have it in here in our thing too, but the original script also included Batman and Cyborg.
Mhm.
But because of the situation that's happening with Cyborg right now, they can put him in there, and like the real life situation, and because Affleck said he doesn't want to do anything DC anymore.
Really?
Yeah, there's like this whole situation happening with him in Warner Brothers. A lot of it has to do with like the Batman and kind of how they took the movie from him and things like that. So he
Sure.
kind of just has a
Mhm.
bad relationship with WB right now. So they ended up, because of all the situations happening right now, they pulled those two versions of the character, but they wanted to use Snyder's Justice League.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, it makes sense to use, Momoa and Ezra Miller,
Mhm.
right? Because this is all the same Suicide Squad,
Mhm.
Justice League. It's all one pseudo Snyder
Right. They're just confirming it's the same.
airs
Exactly.
universe.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I thought that was cool. That's
Yeah.
really
And
cool.
it also,
Marvel and DC.
what makes it even cooler is like both of those, like those are the next two movies in their slate, is Flash and Aquaman.
Yeah,
So
it's a good
Aquaman
point.
2 and the Flash movie, those are supposed to be coming out later this year, right? So
Mhm.
that was the whole thing, was, hey, these two characters are about to be here right now.
Mhm. Good point. Very good point. And you know what this means? Like maybe the one guy that can do like Marvel versus DC somehow,
Oh, it would be him.
it would be James Gunn,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
right?
And
know.
he's the only one that can pull it off too.
Right?
That
You
would
know,
be
if
epic.
I'll be in chat is asking if that's the Durmstrang behind me. And it's like, yeah, that's what I'm building on stream right now on Mondays.
Okay.
I'm actually building the 3D model of the Durmstrang.
All right. Nice Levioso that into frame
Yeah.
so you can show it off. But yeah, so Peacemaker is dishing out the piece on HBO Max right now. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will be I Am Grooting into theaters May 5th, 2023.
I am.
And any update on if they're doing a Peacemaker season 2 yet?
They announced that they are. So they
Awesome.
confirmed that Peacemaker season 2 is happening. They probably don't have a schedule set up for it yet, but it's been greenlit, so we know we're gonna get one.
Oh, because it ended so good.
Yeah.
It really did. It
Mhm.
definitely left me wanting more. It didn't leave on a like a cliffhanger. I feel okay if they don't do another season. It's
Mhm.
totally fine. They wrapped everything up, but it left me wanting more.
I'm pretty sure DC, they'd be stupid to not let Gunn do more projects if you wanted to do more projects.
Right.
It's the same thing. Like Disney was stupid to cancel the Guardians projects, but then they realized they were stupid and let him come back and do his movie.
Exactly.
You know, and the thing is now it's like, well, this is the end of these characters, and he's not going to do another Guardians movie. Doesn't mean he's not going to do another DC or a Marvel movie, right? It just means that this iteration of the Guardians is done.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay. Staying in mouse news. Hey, we have Albie
Mouse
here.
news.
It's kind of perfect.
Yeah.
We don't talk about Bruno, but we do talk about the Little Mermaid, right?
Yes,
Yeah?
I love this news.
Okay, all right. This is right up Albie's alley. This is perfect.
Yeah.
Disney. He has his own Disney podcast, everybody. Theme Park Pulse. Everybody go listen if you like Disney.
I'm sure he's already recorded about this news.
Exactly. So Lin-Manuel Miranda is all over Disney these days, right?
Right.
He wrote the music for Moana. He starred in Mary Poppins Returns.
Mhm.
I forgot about this, but he made music for Star Wars Episode 9.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then, of course, Hamilton is crushing it on Disney Plus. We watched like I had my daughters home today, my 3.5-year-olds,
Mhm.
and they just wanted to watch Hamilton. It was really weird. I'm like, okay, I guess we're
Really?
gonna watch this together, and they loved it.
Huh.
And don't forget, Encanto is
Right.
is
It's like
blowing up all over the place.
Which is weird because it didn't do well in the theaters, but now it's like the biggest thing in existence right now.
Everybody's streaming it right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, we don't talk about Bruno. Just beat out "Let It Go" as the most popular Disney song in a quarter century.
Which is
Wow.
shocking to me because
Yeah,
Let
that's-
It Go. My
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, that song is everywhere.
was a
It
monster.
still is.
So check it out. Lin-Manuel Miranda is going to work with legendary Disney composer Alan Menken on the
Oh.
new music for the live action Little Mermaid.
That's
I'm kind of
dope.
cool with that. Kind
I
of cool
hope
with
they
that.
pull this off.
Now, I
Yeah.
did read for a second that he's bringing on an all new song on this too, right?
So they wrote, I think, 3 or 4 new songs,
Okay,
but none of them will be replacing the old songs.
good.
So
Okay.
you will still get all the old songs from the original Little Mermaid, plus like 3 or 4 more original songs by Lin-Manuel Miranda and Alan Menken,
Under the sea.
which is kind of big that they're like, hey, can you do this? Can you make this happen? So I'm kind of down with that.
I'm excited for the movie.
I'm kind of like going over the cast because he's got the cast listed right here. I didn't
Mhm.
know half of these people were casted as the people they're casted as.
Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy is playing Ursula.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
I could see that. Okay.
Javier Bardem is Javier
Javier.
Bardem is King Triton.
That was another one that shocked me. He's like Javier.
That one's shocking to me.
Mm-hmm.
So is he going to be shirtless? And does that mean Javier Bardem is going to like beef up and get ripped again? Because he's done it before.
Maybe.
Last movie I saw him in was one of the Bond movies.
Yeah, Javier Bardem is
Skyfall.
for someone who has such a thick accent. He's so ranged as an actor.
I love him.
Yeah.
And
He
they
is
also
so
have
good.
Aquafina as Scuttle.
That's another one I thought was funny. Aquafina is playing Scuttle.
Yeah. I mean, how do you replace like Buddy Hackett? But like, I'm kind of okay with Aquafina. She
I'm
can
just
bring the
excited.
comedy.
I'm excited for again, Kiss the Girl, right? When
Mhm.
they do Kiss the Girl, to hear Aquafina do the wah, 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 wah. That's probably gonna be stupid funny when she does it because she is naturally funny. So it's like
She is.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you noticed, but in the notes to this,
Yeah.
and I pulled this from like whatever news source it was, but it said Melissa McCarthy as the villainous Aunt Ursula.
I saw that.
Aunt Ursula, yeah.
So
So
she's Triton's sister?
exactly. I've seen a stage play of Little Mermaid, but there's other stories out there where Ursula is the sister of Triton, and so she's like all bitter that he got the kingdom and she didn't, kind of thing.
Oh. That's
Which-
why she's all angry?
Yeah, which actually makes a
Uh,
lot more sense to me.
Does make a lot more sense. I'm going to circle back to the fact that you said that you go to plays and you're going to judge me for being bougie and I go to Broadway plays. I've seen that play.
I've seen that one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to toot my own horn, but toot toot. Okay.
I'm trying to look up the name of what Ursula is supposed to be. It's called Cicalia.
What?
Okay.
Like-
Cicalia. They're half octopus, half human.
Oh,
Like in mythology, they're called cicalias, whereas of course the other ones are mermaids.
I thought you thought it was real for a second. I was like, oh, this is gonna hurt.
No.
Are we gonna break it to him? I'm gonna make Double A break it to him.
No, it's but what's crazy on this is that they're making them siblings. So it's kind of
Well,
like, okay.
Albie just chimed in the chat, said it's in her book. I believe that she was his sister and was exiled.
Exactly.
Got it.
See?
Probably because she probably was trying to do a power grab and
Well, because
Your-
in the
your coup
original
didn't work.
book, I was gonna say in the original book, wasn't she just referred to as the Sea Witch?
Yes.
I don't think she had a name in the original book. Then again, in the original book, I mean, the Little Mermaid is not a beautiful young woman, and she is a green sea monster that turns into foam in the end. So I mean,
Oh,
Spoiler alert, kids.
so that's
Oh,
Luca.
yeah. If your kids love Little Mermaid, don't read the original one. It is horrifying.
Good to know. Good to know. Live action Little Mermaid will make a splash into theaters May 26th, 2023. You're right. May is such a big month for things.
Yeah.
May is always the beginning of summer blockbusters.
Right. Under the sea.
Oh God,
He thinks Ursula's real. That's
he
weird.
does. He thinks mermaids are real, and that's fine.
Yeah. What do you know?
I mean, everybody's got to believe in something.
Right?
Oh yeah, and I figure that's what you meant, Albie. Albie said that he meant in the villain books and not in the original story. I'm saying, yeah, no, I figured that because in the original story she was just the sea witch and she just steals her. She puts her in a world of pain. It is so messed up.
Okay, moving
Interesting.
forward.
Moving forward. Okay, we got to move forward because it is time to pick a spot for the parade. Philippe, cue the music that will get stuck in our heads for weeks.
Parade. We're going on a parade.
You got parade music for me? No?
The music that's gonna get stuck in our head for weeks. This one.
Oh, okay, that works too. It's electric. It's electric, so that works.
I bet you I can find that theme, but Disney will take us down. So I mean,
Okay. All right, fine. So Disney is bringing back one of the most beloved nighttime attractions for a limited time, and it's going to be the Main Street Electrical Parade.
It's so cool.
Yay!
If you've never seen it, it actually is a sight to behold.
Yes, it's pretty fun. It's for the kids. It's
It
for the
is-
kids.
Well, everything at Disney's for the kids and
Right.
money.
did it for the children.
For the money first,
Do it
And
for
the
the
money.
chillins.
then the kids.
Yeah.
Do
Then
it
the
for the chillins.
So it's coming back, and that's awesome. So it's Phantasmic, which is cool. The what is the name of that area over there in New Orleans Square?
Mhm.
It's the big show over the water. Pretty fun. So if you want to avoid some of the big crowds for the fireworks, go see the Phantasmic show. By the way,
Ooh.
but anyway,
Actually, I can play this. You know what this is?
this isn't
Elevator music? Is this
Oh, it's a-
music? I don't know.
It's a remix to the
Main
parade
Street
song.
Electrical
The
Parade.
mainstream, yeah. We might actually be able to play this because it's not the original.
Yeah, but I can't tell what it is.
So somebody Taylor Swift it.
We'll let that go for a little bit here. So let's keep going.
Okay, I'll let you go. Okay, so they're bringing back the parade, right? But they're enhancing the parade, or they're adding to the parade. So there's going to be new movie floats that are
Okay.
dedicated to Encanto, The Jungle Book, Raya and the Last Dragon, Aladdin, Coco, Mulan, Brave, and Princess and the Frog.
That'd be cool.
And Kanto makes a lot of sense just because of the style that show is, or the style that movie is, and the way that the parade is. It makes a lot of sense.
Same with Raya and the Last Dragon.
Mhm.
Like that's
Raya would be a fun one. I didn't know they because I thought
and
Aladdin
Coco.
was
Come
in it.
on, Coco.
Yeah.
Coco. Mi gente, right? That means something.
Me
Not
Henry
mine.
is my
Mi gente.
people.
Yeah, your people.
Phoenix in the chat said, "Wait, Double A is a Swiftie." No. I love Taylor Swift. Life's too short to pretend you don't like catchy Taylor Swift songs. Okay, I'll say it because there's some catchy shit she sings. But when she was becoming famous, that was my older daughter's era. So yeah, I have all types of Taylor Swift downloaded. Like
Yeah.
everybody loves T Swift.
Jackie's a big T Swift fan. She's a
Yeah,
T
she's awesome.
Swizzy.
The Book of Taylor Swift. We need it.
That's probably going to be a thing.
Coming to Disney Plus.
That's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be her biopic.
Doesn't she have
Exactly.
something on Disney Plus? Doesn't she have like a concert that she did on Disney Plus?
I mean, I feel like she has
Yeah.
something everywhere.
Exactly. Every streaming platform.
Exactly.
Yeah, something. So the parade is coming back April 22nd, the day after Bird's birthday. Wonder where she
Of
will
course
be.
it would.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it would be.
The World of Color over at Disney California Adventure is coming back the same day as well. And
I
then
don't know what that is.
Fantasmic will be coming back May 28th. Another May.
I'm telling you, man,
Release.
May.
Yeah.
That's
It's
so
gonna
crazy.
be May.
No, you didn't.
It's gonna be May.
I totally did.
So funny. Okay. Comic book news.
Uh-oh.
Ready for this? Buffy is back.
The
What?
Vampire Slayer?
Yeah.
Really?
Boom Studios has announced a new Buffy the Vampire Slayer comic book series that takes things to like a weird, fun meta level. Check this out. So it's called it's a one shot. It's going to be Buffy 97, and it will feature the cast of the series as themselves as they have to fight off vampires in the real world.
Yeah.
So it's like Sarah Michelle
Sarah
Gellar.
Michelle
Michelle
Gellar?
Gellar is actually fighting people, and
Yeah.
yeah.
What Allison Hannigan or something like that.
Yeah. See, I wonder if she's gonna make like a flute reference.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Here we
please.
go.
God damn it.
One time in
One time.
Bandcamp.
Camp.
Can we get a Christy Swanson, though, like cameo?
That would be dope.
'Cause she was the original.
The OG Buffy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. So I thought that was kind of cool. I'm like, that's a little out there, a little different than just like bringing back, the old school Buffy.
Mm-hmm.
I got a Buffopsis.
Buffopsis.
The
Doesn't work.
The Buffy verse expands in the epic 90s throwback. Welcome to That Buffy Show, a 90s infused blend of sitcom and teen drama. However, things are more than they seem as the cast get a taste of the supernatural when the real vampires infiltrate the audience.
Wait,
Ooh,
what?
I know,
Okay.
right?
All right.
See what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna go on that journey.
Yep, I'm digging it. Somebody buy that. I'm gonna nominate Philippe. Buy that.
Read the rest of that.
Oh, okay. The Scooby-Doo gang must come together. You wanted me to read it just for that.
Just so I could do
That's
that.
exactly why he wanted you to read that.
The Scooby-Doo gang must come together to learn actual slaying skills from Buffy to survive because they're trapped in the show, unable to escape.
Also, because that just adds to the epicness of what that comic sounds like. So, I mean,
Yeah.
like, that does sound like a really cool concept. Is that, oh yeah, we're actors on a show. Holy shit, it's happening for real.
Yeah. Right.
Isn't that what they did with A New Nightmare?
I think that's, yeah.
Right, that was the premise of the Nightmare on Elm Street, New Nightmare, where it was the original cast from the first movie, and they were the real life versions of themselves. And Freddy wasn't just a scripted movie; he was actually like really trying to attack them in real life.
Right.
Same premise.
Hey, we're gonna kill Johnny Depp again.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Buffheads will get a chance to sink their teeth into the one-shot comic alongside content from the Buffy 25th anniversary special coming next month.
Wait, did you say Buffheads?
I was going
I
to
did
reference
say
that. I don't think that's a thing.
Is that
I
a
think
thing?
I think I made it up.
Okay,
Okay.
Sorry, Buffians. What's
Buffy.
wrong with Buffheads? Buffheads are good.
Buffhead sounds like something a meathead would call himself.
Right?
Like, yeah, bro, I'm a buffhead.
I'm not a meathead. I'm a buffhead. Wait,
I'm a
what?
buffhead, bro.
You said muffin? Is it? I'm sorry. Did you say muffin? Nah,
call me
man,
a
buffet.
Stop, bro. Did you call
So,
me a
Philippe-
stop, bro?
Philippe, you're okay with that being called a Buffhead?
I'm not that buff anymore, man. I am significantly smaller than I was in my younger days.
Small enough to fit into a small distance nerding shirt?
I like how you
Absolutely.
circled
Perhaps.
back.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
It's a
Okay.
good callback right there. No, I got back in the gym last week though.
Hey,
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I've been
Did you
thinking
have
more
to-
like between getting married and then on top of that, if I'm going to be getting into more cosplay, I need to tighten up a little bit and stop being a fat
Yeah,
guy.
I respect that. Yeah, good for you, man.
Good for you, man.
I don't go to the gym.
I'll
The
keep
doctor
the
does
show going.
kickboxing like 3 days a week. She can totally kick my ass.
Does she really?
She really does.
I want to do.
I want to
kickboxing.
put a punching bag in my garage so bad. Like
So do I.
I want to start. Well, I used to do Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu and all that. So like I want to start getting back into that. That and 30 minutes of punching a punching bag is like way better than like 2 hours of cardio.
Yeah, I was say that tires you out.
Oh yeah. Buffy fans are called Scoobies.
No, they're not.
Since when?
That's not a thing.
That's not a thing.
That's not a thing.
Not
Who
a
said
thing.
that?
Phoenix.
In the chats, Buffy fans are called Scoobies, and let's not. No, that's not a thing.
No,
Candace said, "Let's
can't be
do it,
right.
Aaron Watson."
that can't be right.
I will. Yeah. No, I wanted to put a punching bag. I don't want one of the new age ones though that like you just put like the sand or the water in the bottom. Like I actually want one that you hang. Like I want an actual hanging one.
Yeah. No, and that's same thing because like I need a hanging bag if I'm gonna actually like move because
Yeah.
Things like that and I want to put a dodge bag in, but I
Yeah,
mean
that'd be cool.
that's another day.
Thank you, guys.
That's for another stream.
That Dubby got the testosterone going. Look at you two.
That's for
Let's bring
another
that-
podcast.
So Bridget said they actually called themselves Scoobies on the show.
What?
Why?
All right. Well,
Maybe
if it's been
because
said by
Sarah
2
Michelle
people, then
Gellar-
it has to be true.
Well, but maybe because Sarah Michelle Gellar was in Scooby Doo.
Oh, I like what you're going with there. I
And
like
it's probably
that.
a meta reference.
Could be.
Mm-hmm.
That is interesting. Okay. Well,
Anyway.
we'll let that slide for now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get on to some gaming news.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
So the end of an era is upon us. Nintendo recently announced that in March 2023.
They're not making any more consoles because no one buys them.
Wow.
No, that's
okay.
You're close. You're actually really
Was I? Man, I was
close,
being
man.
facetious there.
Yeah.
So the eShop for Nintendo's 3DS and Wii U will be shut down. Gone. No more purchases. I didn't.
Why is that?
Yeah. I don't know.
Because so here's the thing
Nobody
about
buys
this
them.
whole thing. Well, no, the whole thing is 3DS and the Wii U, they don't make them anymore.
That's true.
They stopped making them a long time ago, right? Because everything went to the Switch.
Mhm.
Switch is their handheld and their main console now. So it's the same thing as say Microsoft. If Microsoft shut down the 360 store, right, which
Right.
they did a long time ago, but I mean, like they shut down the store for you to buy 360 games, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
It's just basically the consoles are so far out of they don't so far out of production that
Obsolete.
it's like they're obsolete. It doesn't make sense for them to keep putting games out. The
Right.
issue is that so many people still use those consoles that there's a huge uproar in the community because they're like, well, we still play we still use these consoles and we still play on these consoles. And Nintendo's like, it's the same end of life cycle that every console
Yeah.
goes through. So it's just kind of like, they're not doing anything that no one else in the industry does. And on top of that, like they don't do support on those consoles anymore because they don't make games for the console anymore. So
Yeah.
the issue that a lot of people have is because there are a lot of like classic games that are in those stores
Mhm.
and they're worried that those games aren't going to be accessible anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they should just pull a Disney and be like, yeah, well, go buy a Switch. Sorry about your luck.
Yeah. But that's the thing is that the
They're
Switch,
giving people a year.
yeah, they are
Right.
giving people a year. Now the thing is that the Switch, a lot of those games that they're complaining about are already ported over to the Switch. And even then, like they just announced that they're doing a remake of Majora's Mask, and that's one of the games that people were complaining about, right? So I think what it is, a lot of people are like, they don't want the remake of the game with like new graphics and all that. They want the original game that came out in like 2001.
Okay.
And there's like nostalgia behind it and things like that, but it's like Nintendo is not doing anything like in this case they're not doing anything that is wrong. They're doing an industry standard. They
Yeah.
have a new console that's been out for like what 15 years at this point.
Yeah. And they don't care about the games being sold. They care about the units. They want to see people buy the Switch, That's
Mhm.
what they care about. They don't care about that people are still playing the Wii U or whatever it is.
Right. I mean, the Wii U, the Wii U in itself was a failed console, and they replaced it with the Switch because the Switch was way better.
Mm-hmm. I still have a Wii, and the kids like it, but
I
I
think
think
my
it's
parents
break.
still have a Wii.
I don't know what to do with it. I think it's broke.
Yeah.
It's like it's all black and white and whatnot. But
Just
anyway,
get VR. Agent AA will attest to that.
Oh my god,
Soul
and I am the
Phoenix.
sure.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Great.
dude. I'm telling you,
if you really want to play the Wii, just get VR.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, man. And shout out to the doctor for getting me that for Christmas because that was not expected. And oh my god, I am sold on VR.
Hey, that's great and all. That's doctor money.
That's
You know?
exactly what that is.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna sugarcoat that. That's exactly what that is.
I'm not in that bracket.
I have AAA money and then a podcast that takes money out of my pocket. So I mean, like,
we're in the podcast bracket, so
yeah.
we're
Being
gonna
a
have to stick with my
podcaster,
Wii.
it costs more money than it is than it makes sense.
That's all right though. But this is the time though where you're putting in the time and effort, and these will be like,
that's the thing,
remember,
we don't do it for money. We do it because we love doing this, because we have fun talking about this stuff.
that's what I'm saying.
And watching us. So
and in like 10 years, when you're global, and they're going to be like, man, how did you stick out? You're going to be doing panels for all these new podcasters. And be like, how did you stick out those first few years where you were spending some, like, you just got to keep grinding it. And then you can have the distance nerding jet also. And we're going to take off right now.
Right, exactly. Jester G-Man just hopped in the chat right now, and he said, I received an email from Nintendo the other day strongly suggesting that I buy a Switch. Had a real passive-aggressive feel to it. And I'm sure
I love you, Nintendo.
I'm
I
sure
almost want to buy a Switch just for that.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I want to buy a Switch in general, right? Just right now, I have way other expenses than to
You have a wedding.
Yeah, exactly. I have way more expenses than to shell out $300 for a console that's barely going to get used, right? This is what it's like.
Okay, let's move on because
moving on.
We obviously I can't have VR with 2 3.5-year-olds running around with VR outfits. So we're gonna move on. That's a health risk.
VR outfits. What do you think this is like? What was it? Reboot. Tron.
I don't know how this.
You guys remember Reboot in the 90s?
I do not.
Okay, I'm
remember
you guys.
Podcast money, not doctor money. We all know I made some bad life decisions. Is that what you want to hear?
And not being a doctor.
Exactly. So I didn't listen to my mom. Yeah,
your parents are so disappointed.
I know his parents are like, you just didn't. You decided not to be Dr. Navarro.
Exactly. They're downstairs right now. Like, I wish we had a third son. Where maybe we could have gotten it right the third time.
Because the first son works at AAA like me.
I mean, you can just create the degree right online. You have the skills to do that. Be like, look, mom and dad, here's the degree.
Just go to Phoenix University. You get a doctorate from Phoenix.
There
University.
You go.
that's real credible there.
Just tell them you stayed at a Holiday Inn Express.
Exactly.
You're fine.
Wait, Phoenix can teach me to be a doctor?
I did not put 2 and 2 together until just right now.
I know, right? Okay, I'm moving on.
Move on.
Because I'm gonna get sad real quick. But so I'm gonna move on.
Here
So in Hadouken news, Street Fighter 6 has officially been revealed with a new teaser trailer. Yay. Did you watch it?
Yeah, it's like a 2 seconds teaser. And it's basically just Ryu, and they're just like, kind of like the camera's just panning up on his muscles, and that's basically it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that going to be across all platforms though?
I believe this is only on PlayStation because I remember they announced that Street Fighter 6 or Capcom was purchased by PlayStation, and they were going to make Street Fighter PlayStation exclusive.
That's unfortunate. You're going to lose millions. There's so many people that love that game. You have to make it available for the masses.
The idea is they're forcing people to get PS5.
I wish I could get a PS5. You can't get them.
You can't get them at all.
No.
Ask the doctor.
No,
probably has like 7 of them in the trunk or something. Maybe ask one of your European show friends. Maybe they got it.
Those are the Norwegians.
Yeah, right. They probably have like a bunch of them. They probably use them as bricks.
Hey, Steve said to give him a call tomorrow. Steve Mead from the Droid Builder.
Oh,
call tomorrow. He probably has a PS5 we can get.
He probably has one built into the R2 unit. He's driving around Capitol Collecticon.
Because he literally said that's how he controls a lot of the droids is with PlayStation controllers.
See?
That's awesome.
Such a cool dude. Such a cool dude. Anyway, yeah, Street Fighter 6 is now confirmed to be in development, but that's all the details we got.
So just development, nothing more than that.
Yeah.
Another story came up today, right? Apparently, the new Street Fighter logo that they released with this video
Mhm.
apparently was a stock photo, like a stock graphic from some website, and it was used at like a sci-fi convention in France. And now there's like a whole copyright thing happening right now because of the logo. And Capcom said, yeah, we contacted the graphic design artist that made this, and he said that it was an exclusive for us, but he also confirmed that they did use it for this sci-fi convention. So it was like copyright issue happening.
Wow.
And Capcom is like, they're saying, like right now they don't have any like official word on it, so they're saying that right now it may just be a placeholder and they may just design a new logo, which sucks for the dude who made the logo. It's like, yeah, you're not going to make money, but dude, you used it for another con. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah, seriously. Because you could get brand recognition if Capcom's using it. People are going to contact you.
Right.
I'll tell you
I
how
like the logo. I'm looking at it right now. It's a pretty cool
the
logo.
last Street Fighter game I played was Capcom versus Marvel.
The new one, Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yeah, that came out in like early 2000s.
Yeah, so the one with Galactus as the
Thanos and
yeah.
That game was so awesome.
Did I just
Oh,
do
I
a
don't like
thing?
that. I don't like that logo at all.
Yeah, that's the new logo. I like the original logo better anyways, but I
That's
mean,
busted.
that's the one they're using, but apparently it's basically that, but it's like yellow and blue.
And who is that? Ryu?
That's Ryu, yeah.
Ryu.
He's looking a little
Is it
too
Ryu or Ryu?
It's Ryu.
He's looking a little too
Ryu.
whitewashed.
If you look at him in the trailer, he looks Japanese.
Okay.
He's just, the way that they have it right now is because his there's the shadow in his face. Ken looks significantly more American though.
Okay. All right.
And Ken, they complete, because he's also in the trailer. They completely changed his look, so he's wearing like more of like almost like Under Armour, and he's got like gloves that say USA on them and stuff like that.
I don't think that's Ken. I think isn't that somebody from like Street Fighter 5?
Not that I know of.
I'm gonna
I'll
have to
to
look.
watch
You
the
guys,
trailer afterwards.
Yeah, because I know in Street Fighter 5 they changed Ken's look in that one. And like there's alternate costumes that he has in that, where like he had like he's still wearing the red gi, but he has like Under Armour under it and stuff like that, so he looks a little bit different. And then there's a alternate costume that you can unlock where he has like the top half of his gi like tied around his waist, and it's just the top is just his Under Armour, and he has his gloves.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is Ryu seen here depicted in a much more grounded, highly detailed fashion, but the inclusion of what looks like to be Luke further emphasizes how much has changed for the next entry.
Okay, so it's not Ken, it's Luke, who's another American fighter.
Yeah, I mean it says Luke, but I
Yeah.
mean it still could be Ken, but who knows?
No, I want to say he's a kickboxer. He's not like he doesn't do Satsui no Hado like the other guys do. Satsui no Hado, the fight form that they're doing, because I know you guys are like,
Sure.
what's that?
Yeah,
Satsui no Hado is a
You're the Asian one, so you go ahead.
It's a fighting form that was created for the game.
Oh, really? That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
man, that was
the
great.
characters.
I'm so glad you said that.
I know. The characters who practice Satsui no Hado are Ken, Ryu,
Yakuza,
Goken, who's like their master. He's like the big, super huge dude with the bald and white beard. Akuma.
That's who I'm thinking of.
Oh, and Matata. Matata does it too.
Yes,
Akuma
and
Matata. And then
they join forces like Wonder Twins.
Yeah, I'm forgetting his name right now, but there's something Hibiki. I'm trying to remember his first name.
Blanca.
No, it's not Blanca.
Berserker Barrage.
Yeah. But there's this dude, Dan Hibiki.
Oh, Dan.
Yeah.
Dan.
Yeah.
What's up,
Yo,
Dan?
Ryu and all these other guys.
10 times funnier than
Hakuna
just his name.
Matata.
Yeah,
Dan.
And
it's
Dan.
like 10 times funnier than just his name. So he's almost like he's like the dude where it's like, yeah, we trained him false on purpose. So that way, like that kind of thing. The dude, like he's like one of the weakest characters, and like when he throws a Hadouken, it's like this little like puff of fire that comes out of his hand. Right. And he can't do like half the moves that they do. He's supposed to be Ryu's student.
Gotcha.
Right. But he's like no good. Right. And
Dan.
it's funny. It's fun. And Dan, his gi is pink.
It's all right.
No. So here's the thing. I've seen people use Dan in tournaments, right? Because if you know how to use his combos, he's actually like really fast, and he can beat anybody if you combo him correctly. So rather than it being like how Ryu and Ken, how like you throw the Hadouken and it like it's like a fireball that goes across the stream. With Dan, you can combo it inside of like a 20 hit combo and just hit him with a couple Hadoukens and then keep going.
So
it's kind of
really
cool. If you know how to use him, he's actually pretty dope. But he's meant to be a joke character, though.
In the wise words of Leslie Mann, Dan rhymes with man, and men jerk off, and that's what he was. He was a jerk off. Dan sounds like a jerk off.
Oh, that's good.
I gotta pull up a picture for you guys, but keep going.
Okay,
moving forward.
I'm getting thirsty. All this news made me thirsty. Thirsty for some space. Crickets.
There's Dan.
Crickets.
That's Dan.
Crickets in space.
Crickets in space.
Oh,
what do we got going on in space?
He's adorable. Look at Dan. Okay, Coca-Cola is trying to step out of the comfort zone with some new magical flavors as part of a new Coca-Cola Creations line.
Yes, I read all about this.
Did you really?
I did. It popped up in my news feed.
There you go. Coca-Cola
I'm really excited about it.
A new spaced flavored soda named Starlight.
So does that mean it doesn't taste like anything because space has nothing?
No, they actually interviewed like engineers and physicists and what they think that some of the gases in the center of the galaxy would actually probably taste like. That's how they came up with the flavors. I don't know, man.
So this tastes like suffocating. That's what it tastes like. Yeah. Oh, this tastes like breathing in hydrogen. That's what this tastes like.
It's supposed to be inspired by space, people.
But
all right, let me get through my soda synopsis.
Soda synopsis.
35 years ago,
Coca-Cola
partnered with NASA to become one of the first soft drinks to travel into space. The same passion for space still exists today with Coca-Cola Starlight. We wanted to celebrate the remarkable ability of space exploration to inspire generations to discover new worlds of infinite possibilities.
By drinking a flavor of Coke that tastes like outer space.
Yeah,
exactly. We set out to bring that concept to life through a simple sip, capturing some of the mystery and essence of what we love about space. I'm like, what does that all mean? It's like notes reminiscent of stargazing around a campfire, as well as a cooling sensation that evokes the feeling of a cold journey into space. I'm like, huh? What? What does that mean? There's a hint of s'more when you drink it. It's supposed to be like,
what?
Oh, it tastes like a s'more.
And raspberries.
And sure.
So it's like, hey, outer space. What does it taste like? S'mores and raspberries.
Exactly.
I mean, I know the astronauts say that space smells like burnt steak and sulfur.
You know what's great is that they know what space smells like because they've taken their helmets off in space.
Yeah.
I mean, you are in the space shuttle. You don't have to wear the helmet.
I'm just saying, the vacuum of space. We know what space smells like. It smells like it smells like oxygen leaving your lungs. That's what it smells like.
Exactly. So it's supposed to taste like a s'more, but it's also supposed to have like a unique cooling sensation when it goes down your throat.
I'm gonna try this.
Right?
As soon as I find it, I'm gonna try it.
Do they accomplish that with like liquid methane? Is that what they do? Just
I don't know. Is that a liquid fart? I don't think you want to drink that. Liquid methane.
Right.
I mean, my mom's a registered nurse. I'm just gonna say I don't think you should drink that.
Don't drink that.
Probably shouldn't.
Don't.
I mean,
So
we
what
have
do
a
you
doctor,
Yeah,
a
what do
doctor
you
in the
drink?
building.
What are you drinking? Battery acid. Battery acid. Well, it's Coke Space.
Exactly. Anyways, so Starlight soon available in both original and Coke Zero Sugar options should be hitting the shelves now.
Because
Yeah,
in
I'm gonna look
space,
for it.
no one can taste sugar.
I always want to try new things when it comes to food and drinks. I'll try it.
I'm gonna try it. That,
I'm gonna
what's
try
sad
it.
is I'm making all these jokes, but I'm probably gonna
Gotta
go to the
try
store
it.
tomorrow and be like, "Oh, Coke Starlight, bye."
I didn't know you're a food explorer there, Double A.
I will try everything once.
Look at you go.
It's food lover.
There you go. Very cool. That's all the news I have.
That's it.
All the news, yeah. So that's it for news. Do we got rumors?
We do have a bunch of rumors.
Oh,
One,
a bunch of
2,
rumors?
3, 4, 5. I'll just breeze through them. We'll go quick because some of them are just like, yeah, it's a rumor.
Yeah, because
That's
it's
fine. We're doing
getting
well.
past my bedtime.
Wonka.
Wonka.
So a video was released of Timothy Chalamet in his Wonka outfit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess it was leaked. Okay.
And now
All
we
right.
know what young Willy Wonka is gonna look like.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't think that was too crazy because we've seen pictures of him in the outfit, but are you excited for Wonka?
But who is the old actor that's supposed to be in it also? Because that was just recently released as well, and I'm gonna look it up real quick.
I'm not sure.
The old actor?
There is somebody else that's gonna be in this movie where
Does he play his
man.
dentist father?
Hang on, I'm looking.
It's not Gene Wilder.
Obviously not Gene Wilder.
Definitely
Rest in
not
peace.
Gene Wilder.
Johnny Depp is still on the
In
outs
Hollywood.
in Hollywood.
Which
So
sucks.
Is he still?
Yeah, he is. It sucks.
Ah,
So I've heard a lot of things about like lately that people talking about Timothy Chalamet and the way that he is on set. Like, he's known for doing a lot of like dramatic pieces and things like that. He
Mhm.
doesn't do very much in comedy. He was just in that movie, the Netflix movie that everybody had all the controversy.
Marry Me.
No, the one about the asteroid hitting Earth. Jennifer Lawrence was in it.
Don't Look Up.
Don't Look Up. And
Talk
Timothy
about an
Chalamet plays-
asteroid?
Yeah.
Ugh.
and he plays Jennifer Lawrence's like impromptu, weird, just like last minute boyfriend dude. And she was saying both her and Leonardo DiCaprio in an interview just like a day ago. We're
Mhm.
talking about how weirdly funny Timothy Chalamet is, and nobody expected it. They were saying that usually Leonardo DiCaprio is the dude that's like cracking jokes on set and having all the fun. And they said Timothy Chalamet was the one like that replaced him on there. He said to a point where there were scenes. They said you can go back and watch the movie and see them happening because they just couldn't get a good enough take. But Timothy Chalamet would make Leonardo DiCaprio laugh so hard that he couldn't keep a straight face through some of their takes.
Oh, that's good. That's good for him because that means if you can make him laugh, that you're on his radar.
Yeah, and that's what they were saying. Like Jennifer Lawrence said that he's genuinely one of the funniest like deadpan comedy guys that she's ever met.
That's awesome.
And a lot of people were saying that they didn't expect that because he doesn't play comedic roles.
No, he
it's just
doesn't.
like, so it's just like he is a good I wonder, like, I want to hear what Jason Momoa has to say about him since they had a lot of scenes together in Dune.
Right?
That's right.
I want to see like what because Jason Momoa is known for being a funny guy on set too. So like, I wonder if they were like funny together and just had everybody laughing. And then it was like, all right, cut it. Let's go. We're gonna fight now.
Speaking of laughing, I just realized I was like all the way over here and nobody said anything. You guys are jerks.
What are you talking about? You've been in the center all the time.
Yeah,
No.
you were. But I mean, like the reason I bring that whole thing up is because Willy Wonka has to have a little bit of a kind of like
Quirkiness.
quirkiness, but kind of like a
Asperger's?
humor to him.
It's a deadpan sarcasm where you don't know if he's joking or if he's
Right.
serious, and he pulls it off to the level where you're like, I don't know how to react to this.
Right, because you look at Gene Wilder and the way he played him, and Gene
Mhm.
Wilder was very sarcastic, and he was very kind of like you wouldn't know it was a joke unless you were like really unless you had that type of sense of humor,
Exactly.
right? And then Johnny Depp brought more of like the silliness to it.
hmm
So kind of like if you find a middle ground for that, right, like a median for that, I from what I'm hearing about Timothy Chalamet, it makes me more excited about him playing Willy Wonka.
Yeah, I am excited for the movie. I want to see it.
So tacos on the table. I mean, easy enough. I mean, it's basically just set leaks, and we're just
Yeah.
talking about him playing the character. So I mean,
When's
Yeah.
that movie supposed to come out? 24?
March 17th, 2023.
Oh,
okay,
nice.
so we got another year.
We got a year.
But keep in mind, it's supposed to be a young Willy Wonka, so it might not be
That's true.
like a Gene Wilder or Johnny Depp version. He could go through something traumatic or something like
Life
that.
hasn't beaten him down yet.
Exactly.
Or it's just when life is beating him down.
True.
There
And
you go.
maybe the message is that you have to keep a sense of humor, or you have to keep a joy about yourself in order to get through things.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm hoping that just because he's not known for doing comedy, that he has levels of comedy in this that just he is a breakout on this.
Speaking of comedy,
What do you got?
Paramount Pictures recently announced that producer J.J. Abrams is moving forward with a Star Trek 4, right?
Yes.
That's not the comedy part. And Paramount Plus, the big investors day, announcing like we're bringing back all the cast. That's going to be Chris Pine and Zoe Saldana and Zachary Quinto and John Cho and everybody, Simon Pegg.
Pegg, Carl
Everybody's coming
Urban.
back. Carl Urban's coming back. The funny part is this: they forgot to tell the cast.
Oh. Oh.
I wonder if that's just something like the agents worked those deals out but didn't tell them.
Could be.
Right. Hopefully
But-
there's no scheduling conflicts.
I know.
So I guess there's no contracts out for anybody
Oh.
like right now, and they're supposed to start filming sometime like at the end of this year to meet a December of next year release date, because that's what Paramount did. They announced that Star Trek 4 is coming with the original cast, December 2023, and Simon Pegg, Carl Urban are just like, are we in it? They're like, yeah, you're in it. Like, are you sure?
The big issue I have with that is it's been so long since the last movie that I feel like the time has passed. And I really liked all those movies. I love what they did. I like the Kelvin timeline that they're in.
Yes.
Right. The last one was 2015, right?
I think so, yeah. And it's been 4 or 5 years, I believe. I mean, and for for them to go that far and that long, I mean, look how often Marvel pumps out these movies, or even, Mission Impossible, he pumps those things out every 3 years, 4 tops,
He's got 2 in the bank right now.
Exactly. And I feel like time has passed too far where now people don't really care about the characters.
Yeah. Beyond was in 2016.
Yeah, so we're 5 years.
Yeah.
5 or 6 years. Yeah.
Which means we're looking,
Dude, we're 6 years out.
7, 8 years before it comes out,
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. Plus, we talked about this last week, but look at the cast and think about the budget it's going to take.
Yeah.
Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, Simon Pegg, Carl Urban, Zoe Deschanel, or is it Deschanel? Zoe Saldana,
I
John
feel like
Cho.
she's the most expensive one right now.
Yeah.
Out of everybody.
Character.
What's that?
She's a Marvel character at this point.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
she's gonna be the biggest payday there.
She better be, because that's the thing is that I think she was like the lowest paid one when
Probably.
they made that movie.
I think she has the most films, like the biggest grossing movies, because remember she was in Avengers and whatnot, but she was also in Avatar.
She was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So she's got like 3 out of the 4 or 3 out of the 5 top 5 grossing
She's
movies.
got what, 3 more Avatar movies coming out pretty soon too. So I mean,
It's
like,
ridiculous. There's movies I don't care about.
yeah, I know.
Right.
Anyway,
Even then, like Chris Pine, he was in Wonder Woman, and he's been in all kinds of other stuff since then. Zachary Quinto kind of went
Didn't do
more to
much.
the indie scene. Well, he's gone to the indie scene more. So I've
True.
seen him in a lot of indie movies, and the movies he's in are great. Simon Pegg, he's been doing
Again.
a lot of voice work lately.
Right.
Right. But I mean, like, still, even then, Carl Urban is in one of the biggest TV shows in existence right now.
Exactly.
And The Boys. So, I mean, like, it's like, but even then, he's in all kinds of stuff that he's just amazing in, right? Everything he's in is gold. Zoe Saldana, we just talked about. And then John Cho was just in
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop.
Which I'm so sad that didn't get renewed.
Yeah.
I really loved that show.
Yeah. I started watching it and I was just like, oh, this is really good.
It is really good.
Yeah.
And the way they ended it, you're like, oh man, I really need a season 2. I don't think this movie's going to get made.
I think it will.
I think that's the tacos. Tacos on the table. Does this movie get made?
I don't think it does. I think there's too many moving parts there that are not solidified.
I think it gets made. I think the reason it gets made is because J.J. Abrams will find a way to get it done. I don't think it's going to get made in the time frame that Paramount wants. I think it'll get made, but it's probably going to get pushed back like at least a year.
Right.
Because there is going to be scheduling conflicts, mostly with Zoe Saldana and Carl Urban, because they're in so many big projects right now.
So even though that they announced this movie at their big investor day, as of right now, they do not have deals with the cast. They don't have a completed script. Technically, it's not greenlit. And they don't have a budget set.
Yeah, that's
what are they doing?
Yeah, there's nothing in place other than someone coming out saying, "We're making this movie."
Honestly, I think what their plan was to gauge where the audience was going to be with it.
Maybe.
So if they said, "Hey, we're going to make another Star Trek movie with J.J. Abrams," and see, like, do people go nuts over it, right? And it seems like people went nuts over it. So now it's like, all right, people want this, so we need to go and do this. It was probably also they could see what the internet's saying about it, right? Like, what are people on the internet saying about this movie? Like, the arguments that you're making right now that it's too late, or some people are like, I can't wait. I think that's what Paramount's doing, is trying to see where the audience gauge is at to see whether they should move forward with it or not.
I don't think they're going to make it. I hope they do because I like it, but
yeah. I like the Kelvin timeline. As much as a lot of people don't like the Kelvin timeline, I like the Kelvin timeline.
Yeah, I liked it. It was good. Okay.
What's the next one?
Howard the Duck. That's the next one.
Hard pass.
What? Come on. Howard the Duck?
Hard pass.
That was a great movie back in the day.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, I loved it, but it doesn't mean it was a great movie.
Great, let's
be
honest.
Or greatest movie.
It wasn't.
It was a terrible movie.
Great movie or greatest movie?
No, neither.
Right?
Or neither or neither. How about that?
Movie was terrible. It really was bad.
So bad.
Like in a good way.
Yeah.
So bad.
The Howard the Duck that we're about to get into is more about, like, the Howard the Duck that we saw in the What If cartoons. And
who was in that movie? Emma Thompson?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, Leah Thompson.
Leah Thompson.
Yeah.
Did that end her career? Because I don't think she's.
Yeah. See, even Anne right there in the chats. No thanks.
Yeah. Leah Thompson.
Thank you for backing me up there.
Because everybody hang out with the corkscrew duck.
Don't get me wrong. If they make it, great. I'm not going to go to the theater to see it. And at some point, it'll be on like TBS, and it'll have commercials, and I'll have it on in the background. That's how I'm going to see that movie.
You don't have to go to the theater.
Movie, yeah. The rumor isn't a Howard the Duck movie.
You don't have to go to the theater for this. So the current rumor is that Howard the Duck is going to be in the new She-Hulk series on Disney Plus.
Wow, even worse.
No,
as long as Seth Green is playing him still, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that's a good point. He did play Howard the Duck in What If.
He did.
Once you go duck.
How does it go?
Yeah. I don't remember what he says. He says, once you go duck, something.
Once you go duck, you just want to.
No,
that's not it. That's not it.
No.
Anyway.
No.
Okay, tacos on the table. Are we getting Howard the Duck in She-Hulk?
Just because that's the rumor, I'm going to say yes, because they've been trying to put him in everywhere they can since Endgame, and everybody found him in that final battle scene, or they had him in what's his name's the collector's area.
He was in both movies.
Yeah, and because of that, absolutely they're going to put him in. Yeah.
Wasn't he in Thor too?
I don't want it.
He was in Guardians.
didn't he have a scene in Thor Ragnarok where he was drinking a drink talking to Thor?
I don't think so.
I think so.
I might actually be thinking of What If.
I think so.
And what if he always has a martini?
Well, and
Like in
everything
every
goes with
scene.
Martini.
But yeah, I'm sure they'll put him in the show somehow. They're gonna work him into it.
Well, Double A, you may need to be the expert on this because this is coming from Picsou magazine, which is an officially licensed French magazine. So
I
while
don't
you're
speak
in
French.
Europe watching your shows,
Yes.
you know, you
I'm
can
more
let us know.
I'm more with Bird. I'm more of like the British shows.
Was it Anglophile?
Is that what it is?
Mhm.
I just I
Sounds
have a
racist
weird
still.
affinity for everything British. I don't know what it is.
Like I just really like white people. This is what it is.
Hey, can we get in the trust tree for a second? Like, do you watch Downton Abbey?
No, but I've seen many of episodes, but it's not like something that I
Not like your
watched
jam.
from beginning to end.
All right, I just want to know.
Sure.
What's the other one on Netflix that everybody loves right now?
Bridgerton.
Bridgerton, never
Bridgerton.
seen it.
Okay.
I heard it's fantastic though.
I don't know. Okay. You're saying Howard the Duck's bad and Bridgerton's fantastic.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what's happening here. What's going on
Oh
with
my
this
God.
show?
Oh,
This is
We're on
amazing.
polar opposite ends right now.
What's our next story?
You're dating a doctor. I'm collecting Funko Pops. I don't understand.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm in the nerdiest room of the three right now, apparently.
Exactly.
'Cause
Okay, a recently released poster for Doctor Strange. Where's Albie? Should have asked him this. Had fans believing this was an Easter egg for Deadpool. We kind of talked about this,
Mhm.
right? But I guess Ryan Reynolds went to Twitter and said, "I'm really not in the movie. I promise you guys, I'm not in the movie."
which is the same thing that people are referencing that
happened to Spider-Man.
Andrew
Spider-Man.
Garfield.
Yeah.
So it's
I
like
like-
the
Here's the
exact same
thing.
thing.
The thing is I haven't gone to go look at the tweet, but does he say, like, are people saying Ryan Reynolds is in the movie and he's saying I'm not in the movie?
Yes,
because
he's
that
saying I'm.
Because that could easily be Ryan Reynolds is not in the movie, but Will
Yeah.
Smith is.
But yeah, Deadpool is in the movie. Ryan Reynolds is not in the movie.
Because that's something he would do. That is easily something he would do.
Yeah.
And
I think this rumor's true.
I also think it's true. So there's a couple of different things that I've seen in regards to this, and then some other rumors that I've heard that kind of coincide with the whole thing as well.
That he's in it?
That he's in it. Number one,
Spill the tea, yo.
that's what I'm saying. I'm giving you guys the rumors that I've seen. So this is not anything confirmed in any way. But I mean, the first thing being that the first rumor that's on there, like the first kind of sign, I don't think is true. I think that might be doctored a little bit, but a lot of people are saying that they see Deadpool's face in one of the mirror shards in that poster, right? That one I'm not so far in, but the one that I do believe a little more, but also could be Photoshop. But I mean, there is a picture that came out that looks like it's a picture of a picture, right? Like somebody saw the scene, like a test scene, and took a picture of it, of Deadpool in a cell in the Illuminati,
like the jail.
The
Like
jail
he's-
cell. Like he's in a jail cell, and he's in like a cell
Oh.
next to Doctor Strange, right? So
That
it's
makes
not
sense.
so it's not a Deadpool is like predominantly featured in the movie. I think it's more so that because he went out and fucked with time, they're like, oh yeah, no, we're putting him in jail, and he's like, yeah. So apparently, killing baby Hitler is not a good thing.
Yeah.
You
And it'd be one of those things where like you see him as they're walking by him.
Right.
Like, oh, hey, that was Deadpool in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the capacity I think we're gonna see him.
Just like the X-Men in the Deadpool movies.
Right.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
in the background.
Right.
Yep.
Now there's other rumors that are out there that are talking about other various X-Men being seen in cells like that. So I've heard rumors about Wolverine, I've heard rumors about Nightcrawler, and like just that's the introduction to X-Men. Right now, one of the biggest rumors, because it's still not confirmed as much. Oh no, you know what? It is confirmed now because Patrick Stewart confirmed it.
I was gonna say Patrick Stewart came out and said, yeah.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart actually said that was his voice. So I mean, like, so the fact that we know we're getting that X-Men introduction with Patrick Stewart we can break open a lot of those characters, and you can get, because now the multiverse is a big thing, you can get those variants of those characters, right? We can get Hugh Jackman as Wolverine
And Daniel
Mhm.
Radcliffe.
and Daniel. God, I if you have not seen the Photoshop of Daniel Radcliffe as Wolverine, it is the most amazing thing ever. He looks more like the comic book Wolverine than
He does.
than Hugh Jackman does.
And you guys know me, I'm not a Harry Potter person at all, but when I saw the picture of him as Wolverine, I was like, I'm sold. I'll take that Wolverine all
Yeah.
day.
Daniel Radcliffe looks just like the one from the
Yeah.
the 90s cartoons. It is
Yep.
a trip how much he looks like Wolverine. You just have to give him the chops and the hair, and he looks just like him. He can get ripped. Look at half the dudes that become superheroes and get super ripped. Henry Cavill is a good example of that.
I
Henry
have
Cavill
to see a picture because I don't see it.
Mhm.
I don't see Harry Potter becoming Weird Al Yankovic and then becoming Wolverine.
Have you seen pictures of him as Weird Al Yankovic?
Excuse me if I keep my tacos off the table for that.
Yeah. But have you seen the pictures of him as Weird Al Yankovic?
I'm looking it up right now.
They're pretty funny.
Oh, of Weird Al? Yeah.
Yeah, him
exactly.
as Weird Al. No,
Yeah.
the Wolverine ones are photoshopped, but he came out and said, he goes, I would love to play Wolverine, especially if I look like that. But yeah, no, so again, my tacos are on,
three wands come out of his claws.
hell yeah.
I don't see it.
But my tacos are on the table for this one because it's easily a cameo and not a full-on scene with Deadpool.
Exactly.
Like this is we're establishing that Deadpool is in this universe
Mhm.
because that's where a lot of people have been like, okay, we know they're working on Deadpool 3.
Mhm.
How do they incorporate him into the MCU? And a quick scene like that just basically creates the canon for that.
I mean, and you could even get a after end credits cutscene with Deadpool and other X-Men like talking in the background or in set. I mean, there's so many ways that they can shoehorn them into this movie.
I can just see it like, so in your universe we're best friends.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, I'm gonna say no. Tacos not on the table. I'm done.
No.
Okay, I got two more rumors. You ready for
All right,
this?
what do you got?
Russell Crowe is in Kraven the Hunter, right?
Right.
But they didn't say who he was. But we just got a report that he'll be playing Nikolai Kravinoff, the father to Kraven.
Of Kraven the Hunter, right?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
And they just announced, what's that dude's name? Fred Heikinger, to play Chameleon, who is like, I guess Kraven's brother or something like that, or
right.
So they're like, oh, maybe we're gonna get Kraven's dad in this, so that kind of makes sense to have Russell Crowe as Kraven's dad and kind of an origin story of Kraven.
It makes sense because they're trying to do an origin story of Kraven the Hunter, so I mean that makes sense to have his father and his brother in there. I love Kraven the Hunter. I don't know if this is what I want. But Sony, Sony messes up a lot. So I mean,
that's not the question though.
No, the question is Russell Crowe playing his father. Yes.
Exactly.
It tracks because he would be the right age. Russell Crowe's not exactly the most, fit dude anymore, and he could easily play someone's father.
Mhm.
And I mean, Russell Crowe he can do a lot of accents, so I can see him doing a Russian accent.
I want to say yes, only because I think when I saw that report, it was on like the Hollywood Reporter or something, and they're usually pretty spot on with their rumors. So I'm gonna say yes.
Tacos are on the table.
Yeah.
Let's see if tacos could be on the table for this last one. So we're getting some rumors about Obi-Wan. We're getting super close.
Mm-hmm.
It's being reported that Vivian Lyra Blair from Bird Box is going to play, I guess she's a young girl, going to play like a 10-year-old Princess Leia.
Well, they got to have her in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
They have to. You can't have Obi-Wan without them. So at some capacity, the kids showing up, whether he's around them or just watching them from a distance, they have to be in the show. They have to be, because he's supposed to be watching over Luke, right? and at some point he's gonna have to go do something, and he's gonna check in on Leia. Like somebody has to play that character.
There has to be a reason for him to like get out
Yeah.
of his little hut or whatever
Exactly.
it is.
Right. I can see that just because we talked about it last week that Jimmy Schmitz is going to be on the show.
Mhm.
So
yeah.
if Jimmy Schmitz is going to be there as
Are they gonna
as
de-age him?
Bail
I hope
Organa,
not.
I don't know.
I don't think they need to.
They really don't need to because he's supposed to be a little bit older at this point, anyways.
Okay.
But I mean, like,
And is Princess Leia Mexican? Because I mean, we never talk about that?
about how her father. I mean, he's her adopted father. So I mean,
Oh, that's
Exactly.
good point.
yeah.
Yeah.
So she probably likes tacos. Okay, go ahead.
She probably grew up with them.
Yeah.
Right.
Bantha tacos.
Seen on Alderaan, and that's what they're famous for.
Yeah.
No, but Jimmy Schmitz, if he like I mentioned last week, we were talking about this. I don't think that at any point Leia interacts with Obi-Wan, right?
No. Yeah.
I
But
think
see,
what
that's
it's gonna be-
yeah.
Yeah, I think what it's going to be is you're going to see interaction with Bail Organa, and they announced that we're going to see his wife for the first time. So you're going to see him, his wife, and I was going to say Padme, but it's not Padme.
Yeah. But Leia's gonna be around, right? If
Yeah,
you're showing
them doing something, like even if it's just like a walk by or something
exactly.
like that. And
Yeah.
I think that he's going to have a conversation in secret with Obi-Wan. It's going to be like, they're doing a family dinner or they're at an event or something like that, and he's like, hey, I have to take this call, and pulls up Obi-Wan on like a
Hologram.
on a hologram, or he goes and meets with Obi-Wan in secret at some point or something like that. But I don't think that we're gonna see Leia and Obi-Wan in the same place, because at the beginning of episode 4 it is very obvious that
She doesn't.
Leia
She's
has
never really met him.
yeah, she's never met Obi-Wan. She's heard stories about Obi-Wan, and she knows about like, oh, well, you served my father in the Clone Wars, and now I need you to help me.
Yeah, but we've also seen some of these movies throw some of that stuff out.
Yeah.
So maybe there's some sort of interaction. But do I think some actress is going to play a young Leia? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know who's going to play a young Luke.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, like my whole thing is Filoni has been on top of all this stuff, and he does change a couple of things to like, fit the narrative, but for the most part, he's very faithful to the original storylines with everything. That's
true.
He writes. So that's why I think it's because he's behind the writing on this. Him and Favreau, again, they've both been really big on making sure things are everything follows the storyline follows correctly, right?
And
I think that
keep in mind,
Filoni
has already written about a young Leia in Rebels,
right?
So she's a little spicy in Rebels, where she kind of rebels a bit. See what I did there?
Yeah.
And goes against her parents and like goes off on her own adventures and whatnot, and like tries to help other planets and whatnot. So it could be her getting into trouble, and only Obi-Wan can save her.
Right. And I mean, she's
the only hope.
She's his only hope.
I like it.
Gotcha.
Perfect. So tacos on the table, Leia?
Yeah.
Tacos on the table for sure.
Absolutely.
I will put my Alderaan tacos on the table for that.
Are they Alderaan places?
Yeah. I'm putting all my tacos in Alderaan places.
Except I don't like them because they're a little crunchy. It's like a lot of dirt.
They're kind of crispy.
Jesus,
yeah, crispy.
Man. Too soon.
They're definitely what we call tacos dorado.
Exactly.
Hard shell tacos.
There it is.
Yeah.
Tacos Alderano.
Yeah.
Okay. We got merch, people.
T-shirts, stickers, whatever it is, we have it.
Yeah, we got some new T-shirts in. Same T-shirt, same logo, but just a little bit different. So shout out to our boy Joe, who's helping us out with that. So $20 if you're local, $25 if we got to ship them to you. We'll also be bringing them to Capitola Collecticon. So if you're there, come get a T-shirt from us. Take a picture.
Stickers are free with purchase of a T-shirt.
Yeah, and remember, guys, with every purchase of a T-shirt, you get a distance nerding machine gun. It is 100% American. It's a lie. We don't have that.
Exactly.
That's okay.
That's a lie. It's a flamethrower.
It is a flamethrower. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I'll take both.
The gas tank is our signature yellow and blue.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like it.
And then as always, guys, we have the distance starting cannon, so you can buy that. And if you need to blow down a ship and blow me man down, whatever, you can use the distance starting cannon and make sure that cannonball has the big DN as it's destroying the ship.
Ah, shiver me timbers. Now, is it like the cannons that like from like Civil War era? Like that's what we're talking about,
It's
cannons?
a 1700s era cannon.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Where
like
did they get the
cannon that would
gunpowder
be
for
on a
that?
ship. So James does this himself. He actually takes apart rounds on his own, like 9mm rounds, and takes the gunpowder out of each of those rounds.
Oh
Actually,
wow,
have my
that's
kids do it. I have my kids do it.
Yeah.
They got little
that's
fingers.
tedious.
Free labor. They have small hands.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
No, tedious.
I don't want to get hurt. You know what I mean? I can't.
Right?
I got to be on a keyboard all day long.
Yeah. The only reason I have him do it is because my hands have to be, dexterous and good enough for me to build every Monday. So.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of every Monday,
from
6 to 8 p.m., we'll be doing builds on the streams just like this.
Mm-hmm.
Look how beautiful this is right now. I'm gonna zoom in on this. Hold on.
What is that called? The Dirch Burger?
The Dirch.
Yeah. Dirk Diggler? What?
Something like that.
It's the Dirk Diggler.
Yeah. No, it's called the Durmstrang.
The Dutch ovener? Is that?
Dutch ovener, the Dutch rudder. That's what it's called. The Dutch rudder.
Strum rudder? What?
The Dutch
rum runner.
Yeah, but this is the ship from Harry Potter that the kids from the Durmstrang school, what's his name, Victor Crumb,
they have boats.
That he comes from. This is the ship they arrive on in the movie.
I thought they had brooms.
So
it's one big broom. That's one.
You
big
weren't
broom.
there on Monday, but basically the story behind this was that Jackie thought she was buying me a Lego kit, and it turned out to be a 3D puzzle. And I got super excited about it, and I'm building this on the stream right now, so it's pretty cool.
That's awesome. No, it is super cool. I mean, I don't care about Harry Potter, but that thing's awesome.
The final.
I don't remember there being a ship in it at all.
Right?
Well, this was Goblet of Fire. So if you remember that movie, the Goblet of Fire, that's the one where they have like
the second one,
tournament.
third one,
the fifth one, I think. That's where they have the big tournament, right? Like between the different houses. That's the one where Voldemort comes back and they kill Robert Pattinson.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I'll take Harry Potter movies I haven't seen for 800. Alex.
Oh, dude, it is. It's the fourth one. and just told us right now it's the fourth one. No, that's the one where it starts going from kids movies to being really, really dark. Right? Because it's talking about like human sacrifice and killing people and all this other stuff. Like it gets really, really dark.
Okay.
But in that movie, that the Durmstrang, the ship that the other school comes in from the turn that's participating in the tournament, this is the ship they come in on.
Gotcha.
And so you can see that being built on Mondays.
Every Monday, 6 to 8.
Yeah.
After
that, I have a pretty cool surprise for everybody. I didn't think the Durmstrang was going to be that long, but I have a build that is very appropriate for March.
Leprechaun?
For merch or for March?
For March.
Okay.
It has something
March.
to do with one of the movies that's coming out on March.
Not
better be a
leprechaun. I was going to say 4-leaf clover, maybe. I don't.
That's right. They're Russian wizards, basically. Is people coming in on the Durmstrang.
I don't know what. No.
I mean, should I just reveal it here just so people can be excited about it?
Or
should
pot of gold?
Should I hold this build until we're actually gonna reveal it?
It's your gig, man.
Right.
You do what you want to do. Because every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m., you're building something.
Yeah.
And you let us know.
I mean, you got a Lego bag. Who has that?
You guys see how big that is?
I did see how big it is. Oh, he broke it.
He broke it already. Oh, the tumbler.
Yep.
Hello there.
Hello there.
And it's
General
the big
Kenobi. Yeah, that's going to be badass.
Yeah. So,
how many pieces is that?
It's huge. This is going to take like 2 months. 2,049.
Interesting.
I'm going to lean over and look at the Ferrari, see how many pieces the one I have. Hang on.
Oh, he's got pieces envy. See what he did there? He's got pieces envy. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, mine's only 1,600.
Yeah.
Yeah. This the Tumblr, I wanted to build it in celebration of the Batman coming out on the 4th.
I feel like you should have started it out on January 1st then.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, January 1st, I was working on the Ghostbusters, the Ecto one, and that ended up taking like a month and a half.
Right. And how many pieces was that one?
That one was like 25.
Yeah. So yeah, probably should have already started that.
Yeah. Well, because I didn't think the Durmstrang was going to take that long.
Yeah.
Well, we can push that one to the side because no one really cares about Harry Potter. Or is that just me talking out loud?
You shut your mouth when you're speaking.
Put it back in the box. Does she have the receipt?
No, I'm building it. I am building this. I'm excited about this. All right. And the people who are on the stream are excited about
it. Yeah, we're all excited. We're all excited for your Dutch oven.
I am going to be building the Tumblr in celebration of Batman.
Okay. All right.
And then is it going to take as long till Batman 2 comes out? Is that
pretty much? Yeah.
Okay. All right. The unreleased, unannounced sequel to the Batman. That's how long it's going to take.
It'll be done by the time the Gotham show starts next year.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, there you go.
Well, guys,
pluggables. Let's talk some pluggables.
Talk some pluggables.
Oh, we're gonna get out of here, gentlemen.
We're about to right now. We're going to say Agent AA. If people want to find you, where can they find you?
Find me on Instagram, Agent AA. Find me on Facebook, Aaron Watson, and those are the only two that I have.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, AA, we love you for being on with us here tonight, man. You
always
have
a pleasure.
Great evening, sir. And we will see you on the next time we see you.
Yes, I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely, man.
Peace. Thanks again.
See ya.
All right.
So cool that he just jumped in. He's like, "Hey, can I jump in?" We're like, "Dude, of course you can jump in."
Exactly. We're like, no. Anytime Agent AA wants to come on, he is allowed to come on this show.
Exactly.
Now,
like, I'll jump off if you want to jump in. You know what I mean? Like, that's good.
Now, John Maz 5000. Where can people find you if they want to find you?
Everything is at Distance Nerding. That's it. That's the only thing I do. I have my own Instagram account, but I always forget to check it, and I feel really bad.
I do the same thing now. I barely look at my personal account. I'm pretty much on the Distance Nerding one all the time. But just to throw it out there, guys, for everyone who is wondering where we are on Instagram at Distance Nerding, Facebook at Distance Nerding, Twitter at Distance Nerding, Twitch at Distance Nerding, YouTube at Distance Nerding. We're on TikTok now. You have to check out our TikTok. The TikTok stuff is stupid fun. I sing songs as Mickey. I sing like 80 songs as Mickey Mouse. And then I'm also doing like weird Deadpool videos and stuff like that. They're pretty funny. I have one where I'm like explaining what he looks like under the mask. It's great. But from there, guys, any social media that exists, find us there and have some fun with us. Now, James, what do you got from here?
I was going to say, don't forget to follow us on the Distance Nerdington Post on Facebook. So that's our like news channel for the most part. So if you want to see what new trailers are out, what memes are out, what stories are out, go check out the Distance Nerdington Post on the Facebook.
On the Facebook. Now, guys, you can buy us tacos. Guys, you can go to distancenerding.com and you can buy us a taco. There's a button right at the top left of the page that says buy us a taco. And you can buy us a taco if you want, or you can always donate stars on the Facebook chat. If you're on the Facebook stream, you can always just donate to Project Wish Upon a Star. Go to PWAUS it's not .com, is it?
.org.
.org. That's what it was. PWUAS.org and donate to Project Wish Upon a Star. Why? Because they deserve it. They are a great organization. They do all kinds of things for pediatric kids with terminal illnesses. Almost like I'm forgetting the name of the other organization.
Basically, they take kids to cons. They treat them like superheroes. There. And it's amazing to see these kids light up and have the time of their lives, which they would not get without Project Wish Upon a Star.
Yeah.
We took some kids and we took them to meet Zachary Levi down at LA Comic-Con, and
that was fun.
And watching Rachel's face light up as she sat and talked with us, Shazam.
Yeah.
And it was so cool
that
man. She was like really super excited for that. So
yeah, he was just like, so I'm gonna stop this, and his handler was getting so mad that
Yeah.
he wanted to sit there and talk with her, but it was just like, dude, just let me talk to this girl, man.
Yeah, right.
And Bentley, yeah. So think it's almost like Make-A-Wish Foundation, but it's way more personal, and it's way more like the things that they do and go out of their way to take care of these patients. It is an amazing foundation. So please, guys, go to projectwishuponastar.org, PWUAS.org, and make a donation if you guys don't want to donate to us, just because it is a great, worthy organization, and they deserve all the praise in the world.
Or donate to both. I mean, if you're feeling like giving, donate to both. You know what I mean? Like, help us out. We got cons to go to this year, so
If you donate to us, that goes to our con appearances and kind of like how we go out of our way to get more merch and things like that. Like, it's really going back to you guys more than anything.
Throw us some shekels. Throw us, some New Republic credits. It's all good.
Some schmeckles.
And keep us going. All right.
Keep paying for me to do stupid impressions of different characters, like, oh boy, how's everyone doing? That kind of stuff,
And on that note,
right.
Thanks, everybody, and keep nerding together.
All right, now it's dance party time. Let me, there we go.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Go to you.
No. Is that Raider Ray? Love it. And run like the wind.
Dick is in the building.
Good night, everybody.
Make plans now for this year's Capitola Collecticon, March 4th through 6th. Star Wars Sunday at Capitola Collecticon happening March 6th. Come meet the original Mandalorian and Boba Fett cast members. For general admission or VIP passes, visit CapitolaCollecticon.com.